ドクター、噂は聞き及んでいる。私は銃職人だ。
43種の汎用処方は全て跳躍済みです。症状を見て投薬しますね。
全ての人に公正な場所は今も遠くにある理想だ。私が理想とする公正の存在を疑ったことはない。目の前の不正に怒りを覚えたり立ち上がろうとする心がある限り、それは確かに存在する。
あれとの一局はすでに終わった。恩衆の損益の感情もここまで。この世に己の居場所を見つけるために我々が支払った代償はすでに重すぎることだ。主者という二文字の重みをお前も知っていよう。一着に悔いなしというのは本当に悔いずにいられるのだろうか。
ちょうどいいところに来たじゃないか。この夢に欠けている部分をどうすべきかと案じていたところだ。ドクター、歌を歌ってくれ。共にしたたかようじゃないか。
用双瞳的颜色看山河的颜色，一壶酒水难买一家园，大意时有残缺，不比一轮明月。沉思一念，一曲松江雪，对弈的是慈悲。点点落上无名色，烛火微微摇晃，就算天沧桑，如雪落山，将点点落上 及待交换乾坤，冷眼看穿秋霜，看不尽沧桑。倘若牺牲，来不及待交换乾坤，雪花片片落下，无声如土，无名又怎样？用双瞳的颜色看山河的颜色。
every day I wake up.
Okay. Alright, long story today, but first, let me uncap real quick. Actually, let me get my poll first. Dog shit.
Hi, I'm Spot from Operation Reserve Team A6.
Me, actually, hang on, I can't level this fucking guy because chips weren't up. Let's see if that's today. It is not. God damn it, man. Alright, let's just do one thing of red tickets. That's not up either. I'm gonna end myself. Holy shit. No guards either. What the hell is this, brother? Damn, bro. Okay, okay, man. Chaos. It's fine, I can stay chaos for a bit. Or never end, actually never ending, yeah. There's a concert tomorrow that I would like to do as well, but I think since that's not live, I'll just save it for after we finish this event. Like, I know we were joking about going straight into next week, but that might actually be the case. Because it's gonna be this, finishing this up tomorrow, and then concert the day after. And then maybe we have some reverse stuff, but I don't think update happens until Thursday or something. I don't remember. So it's gonna be rough. Also, welcome Anivilla, how are you? But yeah, I want to at least get started on Wong's story today because I need to farm this goddamn thing.
Take off my mask? I'd rather not. Hard to breathe with all the smoke, right?
Is that a wrap for today?
A very nice room. Let's see how far this is. I hope I can get in. Is there a soundproof room here? Is this place like a... Wow.
It's good to have a...
What kind of pool? I need to keep away. Such a peaceful place this is. I can hear the patter of rainfall.
Rhodes Island's base is outfitted so much better than my little office.
God, how am I always capped on this, bro? Okay, I think that's enough upkeep done. Let's just go ahead and start. This is probably gonna be a long one. Let's go. Record of an Autumn's End. TAST1. Ever in mind. Check sound real quick. Alright. The Fangshi from afar says there is a great mountain on the northern border called Jing, and atop it sits a mystical stone called Hua, thousands of meters wide and tall, shaped like a jewel the color of crystal. It shines with a brilliant blaze and a luster that never wanes. It cuts both metal and stone, brings forth all things with methods unknowable, with principles unfathomable. Obtain this miraculous object, and perhaps it will help Yan face the coming calamity. I don't get it, sir. We sacrificed so much for this, yet you intend to hand it over to the House of Yan. That man started the war in the first place and sent thousands to perish. Why would you aid the despot? He wished to free the masses from suffering, not aid a single ruler. Fate shall play its hand in time. No one person controls it. I only pray for an early end to the strife, and the people would no longer suffer its torments. That the people, sorry. Ah, yes, yes. This is the fate of Great Yan. I'm still wondering what the fuck Chen is doing in this event, man. 11:02 late autumn. Oh, still working. Maramone, I mean Hoshiguma, sir. Last Mid-Autumn Festival, downtown was flooded with people watching the festival lanterns. Patrol didn't have enough hands to keep everyone off the roads. It almost got hairy out there. The commissioner was fuming over it. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. The whole squad got punished for it. Double patrol hours for the month. The commissioner even told us to be extra careful now since Chief White has been out of town. Sure, better safe than sorry. Well, good work, boys. I did just happen to bring in some chow, so share it amongst yourselves. Can't possibly take all this. Come on, listen to your stomach growling, have a bite. The it's Hoshi, it's fucking the one unit you know, right? Yeah. Wait, what was that? It came out of nowhere. What kind of thunderclap was that? Wait, am I seeing things? Oh, right, this is like right on the thing of... Over there in the sky, what is that? Buddy's waking up, that's what's happening. Boltman, slow us down, look over there. Do you see something on the river? A Beck beast, but how is it on the river? And it's carrying a goblet. God, it's always the fucking goblet, bro. Just a mirage. What's so special about that? Don't you get those in Kowu City? Break. What's with the sudden rain? Where'd the Beck beast go? Autumn rain this year may well freeze my bones. Oh, this is all the previous. Okay, I see. Reporting in. Report. The Fahrenheit has reached the final sentry post. Red alert. Repeat, all units on maximum alert. Whoa, cow. That thing doesn't look like a creature at all. That's a damn mountain. Excuse me, sir. The Grand Commandant is sick abed and you will not see anyone, so please. Ah. Is the Grand Commandant in? Yes. Bring me to him. Cough, cough. Bro was dying. In my fever dreams, it was as if I'd seen the late... I thought you were the late Emperor, here to take me away. I know you often think of the late Emperor, but I fear anxiety has addled your brain, if you're thinking about your end already. Your Imperial Majesty, you honor me with your presence. Forgive the servant, I failed to rise for even a salutation. How have you deteriorated so greatly in the few days since our last meeting? Are you taking your medicine? I beg your Majesty's understanding. His consumption is a stubborn, chronic illness. The abnormal weather this mid-autumn struck with a cold. I fear this wizened shell may not make it through the winter. You are a trusted servant of Great Yan and should not sell yourself short. How could the same man who once kept countless foreign foes halted at our gates dread a mere cold? Be at ease and convalesce. I await your swift recovery and for you to share my burdens and aid the nation once you are well. The saddled servant is, in truth, ill-suited to the task. Great Yan today is rich with talent. Your Imperial Majesty decides all matters, great and small, so why seek counsel from this withered servant? Ooh. Oh, it's the Emperor. I see. So the Grand Commandant is unsatisfied with my arbitrary actions and wishes to return home due to his illness. This humble servant would never dare. In the last 2 weeks, ministers across the bureaucracy and all throughout the land have stacked petitions urging war high on my desk. Everyone is passionate, and a few I would venture to call desperate. So for the great Commandant to claim illness at this hour is this to compel me to... Your Majesty is indeed aware. I assume he didn't have it on. Yeah. I'm assuming they just want to keep him mysterious. For, aura reasons. All I need is share a view on this age-old problem. Your Majesty may not believe me, but ought to have faith in the will of the people. I'll be willing to try any other possible solution as long as we can avoid spilling the blood of our troops too readily. I thought you would know best my mind on the matter. Majesty is well versed in our history. Surely you must know. Across the many times the blood that ought be shed, when was it ever avoidable? One ought to act swiftly when necessary. Indecisive efforts for want of perfection will only lead to more bloodshed. I had thought your majesty understood this long ago. It has been more than 2 weeks since the great offender entered the Tomb of Sui, but his fate remains unknown. He's been in there a while, sure. All Great Yan is in an uproar, not only due to the 5 Fahrenmuts, but the presence of foreign foes as well. Leave him in the tomb for even one more day, and the danger to Great Yan will increase tenfold. This is not my opinion alone. Even if I could temporarily suppress public sentiments for your majesty's sake, it would be no true solution. So how do you want to go about it? I'd ask your majesty to rescind an imperial edict. I can only make an earnest request to set a day, a final deadline until which a Great Yan must hold. Whether or not blood should have ever been shed will be determined thousands of years from now by historians and common folk alike. For now, I'm afraid neither the Grand Commandant nor I will get to make that determination. Is it Great Yan that cannot hold, or the collective lust for glory? Your Imperial Majesty. But your request is not without merit. I recall it was the day after the full moon when he went in. The next day of the full moon it is. If the man fails to achieve anything in the Tomb of Sui, then we will proceed as the Grand Commandant proposes. Your Imperial Majesty is wise and just. Let it be so. Gold is no grave illness, Grand Commandant, but convalescence is still important. I hear Danyan's snow pears are a great expectorant. I'll send for some. Finish the pears before you rest for the night, and your illness should be cured in the morning. I will hold court early tomorrow. Do not be late. Bro is telling him to come into work. Jesus. Three days before the full day of the moon. I'm talking, I think, because I didn't read the story. Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's a very long. I'm assuming you mean the entire series, because it's a long fucking thing, man. Very long. Are we outside? Those Fahrenheit proxies have quite the mystical prowess. Is the placation finally complete? Perhaps. No, just how many times have we tried? Is that complete? Oh, god damn it. Okay, so this, I'm pretty sure, is following up off of Garden of Grotesqueries, which is the roguelike mode, which I honestly don't know the fucking story of that one. Just how many times have we tried? Is that complete? How long have we spent in the Garden of Grotesqueries? Based on the dates on the Tianshibiro's terminal, it's been more than 2 weeks since we entered the garden. More than half a month, so why do I feel as if we spent even longer than that? We don't know if anything's happened in the Tomb of Sui since we've been here. So you asked how many times. I'm getting the sense this isn't our first time standing on this spot. Is that Lazy's? Wait, what is this? What did I have listed as her? Oh, Ling Chinyan. Yes, that is her real name. Yes. Lazy's nickname, I think. I don't even know if it's like her official operator name. Concluding the placation, taking the Jade Rule, leaving the garden, going back to town. I feel like we've done it all multiple times, and also sometimes it's Mr. Yi who greets us, while other times the Wei Chi player blocks our path. Sometimes the bestial Ho turns into a butterfly and gravely injures the bestial Sui, but other times we fall into Guy's trap and get chased out of the garden for no apparent reason. That's you failing IS, bro. I've done that so many times, holy shit. And this hunch isn't a recent realization. It was a faint feeling at first, but it was only just now that I suddenly realized we seem to have been repeating our garden visits. Yeah, Ben. If that is the case, maybe the placation is finally complete. I certainly hope that's the case. Right, who has a token? It seems Mr. Yi hands the rule to a different person each time we complete the rite. I don't have it. Neither do I. Then... a small object falls from Zuolei's pockets, Jesus. I've been surprised it is no Jade Rule, but a tiny doll. What? Auntie Lin. How much older than him is she? Holy shit. Oh, right, because she knows his mother. Auntie Lin Yun, have we seen this before? Oh, so you made it out alive. Pretty tough, huh? Who's she? Zushi. This one again. Why are you calling me that when you're not even a Tianchi disciple, kiddo? How should I address you then? Oh, it's a title. Zushi is a title. See. Putting important story details in a row. Yeah, it's so annoying, man. Like, just give me the story. I keep getting skill issued, please. Who cares about titles? Your Qinggong's good and you move quick, so let's just get to wherever you need to be. Where do I need to be? What should a candle holder do after getting the token from the garden? Return to the soy regulator and submit the Jade Rule along with the report. Then be gone. No more dawdling. Lei is thunder and yeah. Because Leifa for thing. Unless it's just something that sounds the same, I don't. But the Jade Rule. A token's a token. Maybe there's a reason you didn't get the Jade Rule this time, but just hurry back to the soy regulator already. Or are you scared the proxy's gonna report you for theft? Chanbei, there's something I'd like to ask about Baizo. Just be quick. Who's the candle holder here, you or me? Won't you know the answer once you see the city yourself anyway? Act your age. I'm sure you know how to adapt to a situation, don't you? Yes. I'll go with Jolie. You stay. Zushi. Baishao doesn't have much use for judiciary at the moment, so it'd be a pointless trip for you. You'll be more useful here. Same goes for the young kid. Neither of you's a member of Soy Regulator, so stay. It'll make less trouble for all of us. The three exchange glances and silently agree to the Tianshi's directive. Zule puts the token back into his pocket, and after bidding farewell to the party, leaps off northward. Well, Chende, there's something I want to ask. Where is the young lady who claimed to be the Shanhai Zong, the one you took away before we entered the tomb? Zong. Ooh. I didn't think a demon like you would concern yourself with that last. Wait. I just remembered she mentioned there was something from the garden that could keep Yan and the bestial sea from coming to blows. You granted us permission to enter the garden, but you didn't examine the tokens or lay it at all. Does that mean you believe she spoke the truth? How intriguing. Smarty pants like you are so different from the martial types. Of course, I believe you have your reasons for sending him alone, but I'm worried Zule might come to harm if the token is truly important. To speak of safety, no one's truly safe right now. But that kid really has what it takes to be a candle holder, and now's the time to show it. I still don't know who this chick is, bro. Like, she seems to be someone pretty high up, but damn. Gang. What's wrong? I rarely ever see you so down. This is the gardening sibling. I just worry they might not manage to deliver the token. Those who know what the token truly is can only stand and watch, while those helping us don't even know where it should go. That old Tianxi has already done us a grand favor. The rest is up to the family's fate. I didn't think those youths would get involved in this, and I'm not sure whether to be relieved or worried. Many have come to this garden over the past century, but this group of youngsters was the first to retrieve that glimmer of hope from our memories left behind and bring it back to this realm. No matter what, we must believe that their fates are somewhat linked to ours. Exploding MFs, yeah. Fucking hell, bro. Please. You speak sense, sir. Well, myriad sights abound in the land, but encounters are still up to fate. You could buy a ticket early, do your research, memorize the map, stand outside the garden until it opens, but then a storm comes and you see nothing at all. Or you could enter through a random side gate and roam around aimlessly, but as long as you have a goal in mind, you might be pleasantly surprised by what you find. This guy keeps Seaborn in there, bro. Like, come on. Visitors come with interest, but it always wanes with time. It's not proper to force this enthusiasm to endure. So let's just relax and wait here and protect this garden. This beautiful place is honestly quite difficult to abandon. What a bother. I'm getting a sore throat repeating the same argument over and over. We're back to square one, no? Thousands of years we've debated, and it seems nothing is getting through that thick head of yours. You're the stubborn one. Whatever scholarly talents you have are negated by your expertise in nonsensical argumentation. The truth is simple. There is no order without rules. To live in this realm, one must be able to tell right from wrong. If it really is, as you say, for everyone to blur boundaries and confuse right and wrong, what sort of chaos will befall this realm? Preposterous. Your insistence on adherence to rules is nothing more than locking yourself in a prison of your own making. Let me ask you then, to build a room, a house, a city, a moat, there are rules to follow, yes. But when we measure merits and errors made in history or in the hearts of the masses, what rules or metrics are we to abide by? Of course, rules are made to fit the situation and for mortal benefit. When have I ever said rules should be set for the sake of having them? Where are we? And who are you? Chen, why are you here, bro? Actually stealing Soleil's London? That's crazy. Who the fuck? I mean, this guy's playable. Fine, fine. Then let me ask you this. You say we must have rules, but then who should set them in the first place? Peculiar looking artisan. The virtuous, of course. Only they can convince the masses, and rules can only stand when accepted by all. Don't you see the problem with that? We have to first find virtuous people to set rules, but what deems one virtuous? Doesn't it mean we have to lay down some rules to find these people? True, the 10,000 years of your life have been a waste if you can't even decide if the fowl beast or egg came first. 10,000 years. Oh, these are both... No. So, are they Fahrenheits? How is Chen... That's what I'm fucking wondering. She shows up once in the third part, but I don't know why she's so important now. It doesn't make any goddamn sense, man. If anything, it should have been Zolik. You're just unreasonably at putting the cart before the burden based to suit your fallacy. We already have rules called righteousness. You think they just appeared from thin air? What? What are you talking about? Oh look, this one's about to wake up too. Awake or dreaming? Do you even have to ask? Just look at her, all lost. Obviously, she's dreaming. Awake in a dream, yet not truly woken. The girl is suffering from a headache over the dilemma she faces. You're stubborn and refuse to see sense. You'll surely run up against barriers, both physical and mental. You're right about that. Her knowing and doing don't match. She's contradicting herself, wants non-action, yet also wants to act. Now she seeks a tangible form of justice, and even wants to pocket it and take it away. I think she's far more obsessed than that good-for-nothing disciple of mine. Disciple? Yes, how could she enjoy such a delusional dream if she weren't the most obsessed person walking in this realm? No need to be so harsh, Drew. Plenty of people out there climb trees to catch fin or strike ice to make fire. What can we even do? But you're right about one thing. Is this girl an obsessed one, or what? Joe's a fucking Fahrenheit, bro. He's playable. What the hell? Oh, and he's a 5-star. Why have they done this to him? I've seen this NPC. What's the matter with you? Nothing. Did you not hear any of that? You're so weird. You've been staring into blank space for a while now. Did those guys give you a concussion? Don't suppose there's anything I can do about that? Thanks, I'm not quite... I just feel like I've been here before. Yeah, Originate Prime, let's go. Surge against rocks. Rura tells you to go around the great rock in the water, but you would not listen. Mechanics, bro. Oh wait, I want to do lore team for this one. Hang on, let me just... It's no Vanguard Sui, damn it. All the Sui are fucking defenders. I don't know why, it's so dumb. Where's the boy? There's the boy. Dusk is a caster. Ling. She's probably going to be the only useful one here on 9 minutes. And... oh right, I can't level him because the chips aren't open today.
A day of fine sun and gentle breeze. I hope everyone makes it home safe.
So we don't just get
Stand to attention.
fucked.
There's a mission? I want to go!
That should probably be fine, actually. You know, how many nodes are there? Probably 9. It's usually around 9 for these. Plus the 3. It's 3 story nodes and then 9 combat nodes. So the same length as the previous ones, basically, is my assumption. Huiche. Your name is Chen Huiche. Remember this family name. The rest has nothing to do with you. Tal is my sister. Okay, so this is main story stuff. I hate you and I hate them. I should love you, but right now I hate every last one of you. Huiche, grow up soon. When you grow up, you'll change everything. 3 days before the day of the full moon. Oh, we are jumping to it. Holy shit. Thunder. Nothing more. Wei and Lu. It's late autumn. If you wait till winter, the roads will be hard to traverse. Huiche, you should go back. Go back. To where? Lungmen. I've already told you what you want to know. So you should understand all that lies in front of you is none of your business. I think you've gotten old, Uncle. If you were 5 years younger, we would have crossed swords already. Your temperament has changed too. Don't have many issues here over the past few days at this post house. Because I still don't trust you. What you said about the Grand Preceptor, about your brother, that other uncle I've never met, and the old True Long. It's not my place to comment, but if I have anything, but if I have to say something, I'm just glad you're not the one running on. Cannot argue with that. Right, he's the Emperor's brother. I really do want to know what that was going on in your head when you left Baizhou, why Mother followed you to Longmin, and why she stayed. But at this point, I'm not expecting to hear a fair answer or an objective account of the past from you. So I'll find the answers myself, and I'm not leaving until I do. You have a knack for messing things up when it matters most, especially when it's about you. To stop you from doing anything stupid again, or even just to keep you safe, I'm not leaving until I'm done. So let's both save our breath. We'd share these past few years, you. Same as always, nothing worth sharing. Perhaps better to wait until you're willing. Chen Huiche looks out the window. The lights of the far-off nomadic city have been dimmed for days, leaving Baizhou's skyline vague at night like the spine of a Farenman in hiding. She tries to imagine the colossal creatures from ancient fables only recently confirmed as real to her. Fine autumn rain drizzles against the window like pins and needles on glass. Still no news. And that's the best news we could ask for. There is no hoping for a positive turn of events at this point. So if anything strange happens in Baizhou, you men won't hesitate to go to war. This bestial suite you talk of, the unrest it might cause, and any battle it might provoke, no one's sure how any of it could turn out. Correct. So this is a secret Great Yan has hidden for over 1,000 years. You two are so alike. There is a strange detail, though. Time is running out, but in the past 10 days, there have been no more than 3 messenger parties traveling between Mumen and Baizhou. When Mumen is facing war, we would expect far more traffic. Lord Wei, a visitor. At a time like this. Send them in. I trust you've been well, Lord Wei. Likewise, Grand Tutor. So you're the Grand Tutor of Yan. I did not know Lady Chen would be here as well. How do you... Chen is certain she has never met this old man before. She cannot tell if it is an austere or kind look in his eyes, but he recognizes her instantly. Swiftly he turns that same gaze to Wei Yanwu. It's another matter and a long story. So you did heed my advice to stay at this post house? I have no grounds to distrust the Grand Tutor. It has been messengers, but today the Grand Tutor graces us with a personal visit. There is something I must make clear to you, Lord Wei. Huiche, leave us. No need. Best you stay and hear what I am about to say. Fine. The situation in Baizhou. After mid-autumn, His Imperial Majesty granted him leave to enter the tomb of Sui, to try and quell the threat posed by the Bestial One. But the day of the full moon nears, and we've heard nothing from the tomb. And yet at this very moment 5 Farenmuts have lurked around Great Yan with intentions unknown. The Tianshi of the Chamber of Heaven's designs, along with Yan's finest warriors, have stationed themselves near the Farenmuts. Great Yan does not fear the coming battle. There's 5 of them, bro. You are fucked. But the worst outcome we face is not just fighting 5 Farenmuts simultaneously. In a way. Intentions unknown, this graybeard sure can talk. The blood feud of the past few millennia, did you think they'd simply show up on your doorstep bearing gifts? Huh? What did you say? Sure, many are advocating for war at this time. There is no opinion from any party left to consider. I fear Great Yan is left with no other choice. The court must have drafted plenty of plans for this contingency. Contract? Countless plans, and none end without a Pyrrhic victory. But there is still a method yet to be considered. Tell me, Grand Tutor, tell me my brother has never conceived of activating Bufan himself. He is the True Long of Yan. If the nation is driven to a corner, he is the only one who can do it. It's absurd, Lord Wei. As it stands, there is no longer a need to digress. Not a single man knew of the secret letter sent to Longmin until the Imperial Guard set off, and I come today without any attempt to conceal my identity. I'm sure you understand, Lord Wei. The past, stories from 40 years ago, thousands of years ago, it should not end like this. He should never be the one to pay the price. No one wants to see the worst case scenario, but we cannot deceive ourselves. I must remind you, even if merely for Yan's sake, or for the good of the realm, a backup plan is called for. Please just slow down a second. I don't get it. What does the Grand Tutor mean by a backup plan? Everything you're saying, what does any of it have to do with Wei Yanwu? I still don't get it. You don't know what a backup plan is. Something you do when things go south. What? What are you talking about? A kingdom cannot be without its king for even a day. A missing Toulon must naturally see his seat filled by another. When father dies, son takes over, and when elder brother leaves, younger returns. That's how it's been for thousands of years. And if there's no other choice, this last will have no choice but to become the true. What the how did we get to that? The hell are you talking about? Lucia, that voice. Did the two of you not hear any of that? Lord Wei, I do not expect you to have considered all possible angles already. One must think before one acts, but time is short. Take care, Lord Wei. I'll see you out. No need. Oh, wait, is Chen the Emperor's daughter? No, right? I don't remember her fucking lore, bro. I didn't get any of what he was saying. He had me stay to hear it, but I couldn't make sense of it at all. Che. Right, because he's her uncle. He is the Emperor's daughter. She is the Emperor's daughter. Right. I forgot about that. All that stuff about Yan probably going to war, but he'll give you time to prepare. Ufan, the Fahrenmuts. What does any of it have to do with you? Che. Many mistakes from the past. Some I made myself, but others I was powerless to stop. I only insist on ensuring those irrevocable mistakes do not affect the rest of you. Because I've never doubted in your potential to accomplish more than we ever could. Wait, how's Chen? Wei is her uncle, but he raised her as his daughter because she was kind of given away. I'm hazy on her lore. It's been a very long time. It's chapter, like, 1 stuff. I wasn't expecting her to have such a huge role in this, so I didn't bother looking back to it. This is the worst time you could be saying that. One more thing. Tallulah, tell me, was she well the last time you met? No way, I'm not telling you about her right now. If you really care, then now is not the time. Aunt Fumizuki doesn't want you to stay a stubborn old man forever, and she's worried about your safety, and I don't want to. If you truly care for anyone but yourself, then don't leave them behind. Tell me, Uncle, what exactly are you going to do? Sounds like she's doing fine. Well, not bad, at least. It's not your call to make. Don't know how much she sacrificed. You don't know how much she sacrificed, and you have no clue what she's... Enough. If you want to enjoy your pity party here, then have fun. I'm going out for some fresh air. Fine autumn rain continues unabated, like intermittent thoughts left tangled with no end. I'm sick of you, Wei and Wu. Wow, her first model, that's crazy. You and your precious city. Where are you headed? Back up north. Wait, they let her go. Why the fuck did they let her go? There are people in the mines who need our help. I skipped the whole chapter 1, I didn't know anything. Yeah, I mean, it's been a very long... It's been 6 years since I read chapter 1. I don't remember shit, brother. I know the, like, broad strokes, but the finer details, nope. We're running out of time right now. And what about this farm? What about the people left here? Some of our comrades are staying. We'll take care of each other. I'm still surprised they let her go, because she's supposed to be in, like, super jail right now. You could join them too if you're so inclined. I can't just let you go. You could follow us instead. I'd like your help if it's on the table. But, Lucia, I believe in your words and your ideals, a place where the infected are judged fairly and can live, truly live. That place is not here, not in the past, not in the present. The place we seek lies only in the future, and must make our way there. Alright, so on we go, and what next? Did my past catch up with me, or did I go looking for it? Guess it's less history and more reality I haven't faced yet. Tallulah, if you were here, what would you think about all these? Overcautious and indecisive, your courage is for naught. This lass is unlike her ancestors. At first Long's descendants must number at least tens of thousands over the millennia. How many of them were heroes and how many were mediocrities? How much can this sliver of that bloodline even accomplish? With a mind this turbid, as if trapped in a dream, can we really trust her with anything? Or is it because those old blockheads refuse to bend? No wonder the youth are too inept to handle things on their own. She's been on quite the journey, so she must have some other special skills beyond her brute swordplay. Just who the hell are you? Enough fighting, come out here and show yourselves. The vague, mysterious voice speaks again, but she hears it clearly this time. Only now is Chen Huisha sure the whispers have plagued her all night are no mere hallucination. Bro, why are they, like, in her head? Just leave her the fuck alone, Jesus Christ. Just look at the girl, inexperienced yet quick to anger. I'm glad you want to know, but if you truly seek your answer, why not find it yourself? How do we get Ju to join us? What the hell? What the? What was that? From the post house. Oh. Lady Chen. What are you all standing around for? Did something happen? When was the last time you saw Lord Wei? Barely an hour ago. So you don't know his whereabouts either. You mean, half an hour ago Lord Wei went to rest and dismissed us. The host house owner just realized the room was empty when delivering the food. We've searched the premises and found no trace. Lord Wei is missing. No note left in the room, an empty room as if it never housed a guest. We actually managed to slip out with all of you watching. Again, yet again, Wei Yinwu. Lord Wei received a letter personally penned by the Trulong summoning him to the capital. We tried in vain to dissuade him, we could only follow. Let us tentatively assume he is making his way there. We failed to ensure his safety, and our crime is unforgivable. However, I fear entering the capital now would only... Don't worry, Chen interrupts the Shadow Guard. Whatever the case, he left without a word, so this time I'll find him. Surge against rocks.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's the way I got to go.
Alright, calm down, brother.
I have to get serious
I
now.
don't remember
My
any of these
sword's
fucking
gonna
mechanics.
cleave your bodies and values alike. Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the... And thus has autumn made reckoned her arrival. Whew. Has it come to my turn?
I have to get serious now.
Yu does not do shit in this team, I just realized.
This battle
Because he needs
would do well
burn,
with a splash of ink.
and there are no other burn units in the Cisa ones, which is weird because they're fucking dragons.
Ooh, gather around me, guys.
Come, take your seats.
When were the seeds of this tragedy planted? Truly and when will the hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse?
Easy. Easy. 2 days before the day of the full moon, hour of yin. Wartime, bros. Reporting in, from the hour of yin yesterday to the hour of yin today, we have moved more than 80% of the residents from the area around the main street to Nomadic Plate C. Some residents remain due to official duties, property concerns, or other reasons. Urge them to settle their affairs at once and leave material goods behind. Time is almost up. Understood. Also strengthen security inspections, checkpoints. Report any suspicious individuals or situations to your captain immediately. Yes, sir. Ole. So Faisal is already evacuating the population. I wonder if the Sui regulator has any news from the Tomb of Sui. That's a lot of sentries. Let's not draw attention to myself. Time for a detour. Zole goes around the checkpoint, but as he turns a corner, he spots someone who should not be there. Who the fuck are you, Zole? Just a random NPC? Brother, this is sick. Are you? Apologies, but may I ask, who are you, sir? Sui regulator is aware of your deeds at Mangshan Town and in the Garden of Grotesqueries. I was dispatched to meet you here. You've done well. You must be exhausted. Go to rest. Thank you for your concern, but I have to deliver a token to the Sui regulator and share the details of the application with the supervisor at once, so I dare not retire for now. Just the proof of the application. Fret not. Just hand it here and I'll take care of it. You know, I don't trust this dude now. As for the report, you may submit it at a later time. But Zole subconsciously rubs the token in his pocket with his knuckles. This is a special case, so I must submit the token and my report to the supervisor myself. Still doubting me when I have the approval penned personally by the supervisor for my actions right here. Joel, I know you're not very conscientious, but the situation is complicated. You need not be stubborn. Sorry, sir, but this is all too sudden, and I don't know where this change is coming from. I do not doubt the supervisor's orders, but could we at least head over to the sway regulator together so I can get a complete grasp of the situation? I'm not trusting this guy. Yeah, that or he's an imposter. Because I mean, this relic is important. Oh, sir, what is it? Oh no, okay, it seems he is a legit, at least a legit officer. Is someone obstructing official duties here? Stay your hand for now. I've never seen this way regulator cooperate with the patrol battalion before. As I said, things are complicated. This is how affairs are handled in wartime. So that I tarry any longer and we may hinder our battle plans. I'm acting on orders. If you have any further questions, say them for the supervisor herself later. Acting on orders. Dare I ask whose orders these are? That is classified military information that may not be leaked to Lord's Will. I'm sure you understand, seeing as you grew up in the barracks. 300 candle holders in the sway regulator and none know each other's past. So how do you know my background? Guess who are you? Sees him. Oh boy. Go. What the fuck is this now? What? The black sphere suddenly rolls down the center of their stalemate, spewing out thick black smoke that spreads quickly through the air. An ambush. Assume defensive positions. Just run already. What? Ah. Jolie jumps up onto the eaves, mid-exclamation. After him. Footsteps rumble behind the young man as several soldiers rush in his direction. Who the fuck? Come in line, there's still time, no need to rush. Think carefully. Did you leave it at your desk? Yeah, probably. What's the matter? Sir, we finished an experiment outside the city and only just the evacuation order. But we left something important in the school laboratory. We'll be back once we finish it, I promise. Can we go? Time isn't on our side. What could be so important? It's really important data. We spent years just to collect it. If we can iron out the issue, then maybe, just maybe. Show me your student card and then go over there for a security inspection. Thank you, sir. Right, once you get the data, evacuate the academy staff. Make sure you leave within 24 hours. Of course. Hold it there, girl. Me. Young Lady Baijia was undergoing a mass evacuation. There is no entrance to the city without special permission. May I ask what brings you here? Shen tries to blend in with those entering the city, but the keen-eyed guard spots her immediately and approaches. She makes sure Qishao stays unseen behind her. I'm looking for my uncle. He's old, has trouble walking, and brought a lot of luggage on this trip, so my aunt asked me to escort him out. When the Ministry of Revenue issued the evacuation order 2 days ago, they brought out every elderly resident. My uncle isn't a local. He's a tourist from Lungmen who came here for mid-autumn. He's kind of a loner and rarely talks to people. He spent the last 2 days waiting for me to come pick him up at the inn. Papers, please. Sure. Lungmenite, Chen Huiche, former senior superintendent of the LGD. And you're an infected. I retired from the force because of it, but that was so long ago. Thank you for your service. You may go. If you don't manage to find your uncle, seek the nearest guard for help. But make sure you leave the city within 24 hours. Thanks for the heads up. Right, could I just ask, have you seen a tall lung with red hair and horns pass through here since yesterday? No, but the description is somewhat familiar. Don't worry about it, just a passing thought. Doshie, I'll be going now. Surprisingly reasonable soldiers. They're not. Their soldiers are generally fine. It's when they're being, you know, driven around by idiots. Wait, miss, where you headed? I know those fucking arms. That's not a human. Muster signal. What's happening over there? What? That isn't a fucking human, brother. Okay, see. Retreat, everyone take cover. Attention all units, ensure civilians inside the sentry posts are safe. Over there, what's that black mass? In the dark of night, as thick clouds shroud the moonlight's glow, an army descends upon the streets. No commands, no war drums, no rattling of weapons against armor. Even their approach makes no sound. A disciplined, formidable, but still indistinct battalion closes in on the checkpoint with a deathly silence. Why are you fighting ghosts? Did you hear about the ghosts in Baijia before the city moved onto a nomadic plate? The ghost army. Believe in folktales too. Probably a mirage caused by the strange weather. Yeah, that's a mirage, alright. Way too realistic to be a mirage. No, look at the armor, it's totally different from ours. That's no mirage. Those are waves. The army closes in and the guard finally gets a clear look at the moving mass. Silent soldiers bear blurry yet terrifying faces with old bloodstained armor, like evil spirits from thousands of years ago. Damn. The soldier's spear point nears the guard's neck before he can even react. Fall back. Oh, it's her again. A shadow. They still haven't given her a fucking name, bro. The Imperial Guard's apprentice slashes forward, that merely changes the spear's trajectory, while the immense strength hidden in the soldier's attack startles her. The spear point sweeps above her head, but the weapon naturally whips backward, heading for her vitals. There's nothing inside. The soldier is destroyed by her slash. Miss Trillmess, yeah. What the hell, bro? She's still here. Strangely, the other soldiers do not treat her as a foe and simply advance along the empty road silently, with no discernible destination. Captain, send word to the other barracks. These soldiers are anomalous enemies. Exercise extreme caution against them. They don't seem to be actively hostile, so don't initiate conflict. Still no battle siege. Nope. No, we're never getting fucking battle sieges, bro. It's so sad. The curse of being a visual novel. Evacuate anyone along the way and be on guard for developments. But I mean, at least we get cinematics, right? That's something. Captain, where do they come from? What even are they? Geists. Dispatch. Oh, okay, I see. Dispatch some men to update the sweet regulator at once. They're merely marching forward for now, but we cannot allow them to endanger civilians or trespass into restricted areas. At once. I fear this unrest indicates whatever's happening inside the Tomb of Soy must be quelled immediately. His Majesty's decree actually be? Are they already fighting? Crimson Sword Flash. Yes, Drill Master. Her design is way too detailed to not become playable eventually, man. I'm saying. Like, she's more put together than Wang's old design, like his NPC design. Like, come on. My goodness, where did this army come from? They're headed our way. Help. Oh, look. It's another sibling. I've seen lower budget Japan still make CGs for action scenes. This is just not... Yeah. It's kind of annoying, honestly. I kind of want a bit more in the visual department of things, but what you gonna do? Script geists. Still the same old look. Whose ancient dwelling dream is this? Jun. Is it because it woke up, or because you've returned home? Look out. Are you alright, madam? Thank you. How can I ever repay you? Alright, bro. What? No, there's no need for that. I don't know where these creatures crawled out of, but they're dangerous. Just be careful. Chen notices the woman calmly ignoring the surrounding commotion. She even turns to look at Chen herself. Noticing the woman's scrutinizing glaze, Chen immediately sheathes Shishao in vain. A descendant of the House of Yan. Must have misunderstood. What say you? What's the difference between forcing one person's will upon the masses and enlightening the masses with the insight of one mind? Where's this question coming from? You do not have an answer now. This isn't the best time to discuss it. What a shame. Perhaps we can continue our conversation another time. Perhaps. The woman does not wait for Chen to respond before melting back into the crowd. Strange lady. Actually, there are monsters that popped up out of nowhere related to the bestial suite. Are these monsters? They seem to be coming from the same direction. The patrol battalion flashes across his view as Jolie hides behind a wall. What's going on inside the city? Whose orders are they following, and why are they so fixated on this token from the garden? The approval letter was indeed written in the supervisor's own hand, but why would she be working with them? More troops. No, that's... Countless paintings flash through his mind until it stops on a scroll depicting the Great Hunt in the Sweet Regulator's hidden collection. I recall a similar scroll in Father's study. Could they be Geists? As he stays deep in thought, the leading guy suddenly rushes towards him. Look out. The black Geist disperses, leaving splotches of black ink on the nearby walls. There's an ink stain, a script Geist. But how? Don't tell me that vanished proxy. My lord, are you... Pester me any longer and I shan't show you mercy. There's a misunderstanding, sir. I saw you getting attacked by that monster, so I ran here to help. You're not apprehending me. Huh? My lord must be joking. I only just received orders to assist the candle holders in cleansing the monsters. Have you seen any other candle holders? No. The city's in turmoil, but the Sui regulator hasn't sent anyone. In the patrol battalion, obviously 2 different directives have been issued. I must get to the bottom of this once I meet with the supervisor. My apologies, this was my mistake. Please excuse me. It's dangerous. Keep safe. His sword flashes in a spin as Jolie dispatches several nearby guys, and he instantly vanishes into an alley. So fast. Why the rush? You better show me your face, bro. Goddamn. More and more script guys this way. Where exactly do they come from? Well, okay. Mo Yi. Damn, bro. Alright, here I am. Don't get mad now. It's you. You, girl, you're coming. Oh! So she was in Garden, okay. You'll get along with a candle holder boy, and then you'll just keep fighting in there. Whatever you're looking for, he can find it for you. And what is your intention, having followed me the whole way? By the attitude, shouldn't you be happy reuniting with an acquaintance? I believe the old Tenchi has her reasons for letting you go. But I can't trust you, a Shanghai Zong, right? Shanghai Zong. Fine, oh righteous and benevolent Zorzo, the sweet regulator. I know you look down upon us a lot. But you're being hunted down by your own people. Surely we can cooperate a little. I believe there's been a misunderstanding. I'll go see the supervisor, and from there I will naturally... Hold on, how do you know the sweet regulator is after me? Numbskull, why would they be walking you back right now if you hadn't stepped in where they were surrounding you back then? If I hadn't stepped in when they were surrounding you back then. It was you. Who else would dare get in the sweet regulator's way? I saved your life, so could you just be a bit nicer, maybe? There are geists in the vicinity, miss. So you should be careful. Damn it, these blessed things are crawling everywhere. The situation's even worse than I thought. Enough nonsense. Where's the thing you got from the garden? You wanted to. I'm not telling you. Hey. She turns around, pointing towards the growing mass of script geists accumulating from all directions. Ignore me, and you better have a way to deal with all of that. You know how to use that token. You do not. And just zip it and hand it over. After a momentary reluctance, Soleil finally takes out the doll he took so much care to keep on himself. This color, it really is her. Oh, it's Gia. Where did you get it? In a study, or was it a memorial hall? I can't recall. I don't know why, but our memories of the garden are a mess. I have a question though. Is this object, as you say, able to stop Yan and the bestial suite from going to war? I'll tell you later. For now, we're going to use it to take care of these ugly things. Mo Yi unceremoniously snatches the token from him. Hey. All to break a stalemate, the only way out. The girl leaps forward, putting distance between her and Soleil. Forbidden arts from that day. Can't do that inside the city. With ink flowing as years roll on, annals are wrought. Through spring and autumn's turn, the tale of countless lives is told. In the name of the Shanghai Zong, I beseech thee, 5th of the 12th, bearing the name Jia, manifest. She holds the token with a certain expression and recites her chant. But it seems as if nothing is happening. So that's not how you use it, bro. Why are they all failures? My guess was off. What? Oh well, works for me. Let me borrow this for a bit. I'll give it back once I'm done studying it. Not going anywhere. Really? Really? Alright. 2 days before the full moon. Hour of Chen. Guys vanished with the sunrise. They were all coming from here, so this must be the source. The Sky Mirror Pavilion. This is the place. Who is it? Stop right there.
Daring to add ingredients like that? You've definitely got the potential to be a top chef.
Okay, this is a training note. The print is presented by the library. Oh, it actually has the sweet team, alright.
Would any of you like to be my paint?
As soon as she left us, these glyphs on the ground. Mechanism built by bones out with the sign. The brute force would do a thing against its complex construction. Really reduce natural DP generation. That's great, man. Black and white girls roll in that roguelike mode. I don't know. I don't remember I don't know the story for that fucking mode. She shows up and antagonizes the group for a little bit, and then that one, the girl with the blonde hair and like the wings, tells her to fuck off, essentially. And then she fucks off. But from what I can tell, she is part of the Shanghai Zong, which is the group that wants to bring the Fahrenmuts back. Can't even hold their own ink in check. Rude. Talk. Listen to these guys. It's here. Giant print frame. Sam's will appear falling these glyph tiles, dealing true damage to units on files. Wealth grip. Okay, I can't.
Copy the
Bleeding
infinite
is
with the
hard.
tangible. Bring the intangible to life.
Sure, just look at that lazy bum here to loaf around. Damn, bro. And you helped out with the design, right? Why didn't you use those two? Why didn't those two glyphs do anything? Hold back a stamp. Alright, so put something on it and it's fine. Sure. What skill does she have on right now? And I will help. Focusing on, hope to stop this together. I don't like the idea that they're all just here, kind of making sure nothing goes to shit. He should not go on this
Many
tile. It's fine.
intellectuals must join a battle before penning a decent verse, including that sister of mine. This too is an opportunity.
Too difficult to explain. Slow simmer on low heat. Patience is not optional.
He's not gonna do anything on that tile, is he?
If you're really branch and bone bear weeds, mounds and ruins bloom fields.
Just remember what the other glyphs do. At the bottom, food will produce matters of cooking that give our upgrade SP. Okay, that's the important one then. Turn into deployable high ground. Wait, that's kind of nice too. Tell what the ally ground upgrade. That's doesn't sound great. Mean triggers 10 flank time and has its cooldown timer. Alright. Bro. The boss for this map is gonna be, or for this event is gonna be so fucking annoying. Because usually they ask you to, it's best for you to follow the actual mechanics for the boss fight. And I'm not gonna remember. The Great Ghost. Sui is a ghost. The moons are phantoms. Is the passage of time not a ghost as well? Hang on, I wanna fix up this team a little bit. Just throw in a Chen that I can actually use, because the other one is not leveled. And the boy, where's the boy? There he is. He's not even fucking ranked up. That's great.
I hope my meager assistance will prove fruitful.
Alright. Here you are. The same game of Wei Chi, one that you have lost countless times over the centuries. You are trying to fight the whole with its parts, all well-laid plans no more than child's play in my eyes. Drowning yourself in children's toys, a bad old habit of yours. Challenge is simply a repetition of this challenge is simply a repetition of the thousands of defeats of the past. You try to mask your fear with arrogance. Why bother? Anger, fear, hope. I see clearly in you the things you try to see in me. Join the game if you're not afraid. This time, you will lose. I am defeated. Whoa, what? What do you mean he's defeated? Oh, it's the past. Okay, okay. Year 593, 500 years ago. 600. Did not expect this variation of the offset play. You had a chance if you do not continue to seek ground in the center around this 100th move, hoping for a draw. Not have a clear view of the developments to come, so I picked the safe move. I see I was mistaken. I thought my Wei Chi skills had improved, but it looks like I'm still far beneath you. It's literally his one gimmick, bro. You are not beating him. In this last battle, we were only able to avoid heavy casualties thanks to your strategy of conserving our strength and luring the enemy deep in. This return to the capital is an opportunity for you to rest, but I expect it will be a long time until our next meeting. You don't seem concerned with victory or defeat. Why obsess over such things in a meeting between brothers? Not just Wei Chi. It seems that nothing ever concerns you. You're always content to act the part of the kind benefactor. I don't know why you'd say that. The new right assistant minister of the Ministry of War, together with officials from the Ministry of Rights, accused you in a petition to the throne 2 months ago. Commanding troops to act without authorization, a serious crime. How do you know the Imperial Court's business when you've been with me on the front lines for the past 6 months? I have my ways. You should worry about yourself. If he meant our late return to camp, it was because we had to stop it and wait for a catastrophe to pass. General Young knew. The Ministry of War hardly has a case. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. The assistant minister is found to have accepted bribes and embezzled supplies. He's in prison now, awaiting trial. I won't spread rumors any longer for now. As for whether he makes it out of prison alive, only heaven knows. He promised to stop meddling in the affairs of the port. I could hardly call it meddling, simply helping Yan rid itself of a corrupt official. You know your own intentions. You see, the entire court is a game of Wei Chi with human lives for stones. Has your lust for honesty and righteousness blinded you to the evil and malice lurking in the hearts of people? No sooner had that man taken office than he started to target you. Do you really think there is no one behind the curtain? Do you really believe we have only one enemy? Go easy on this one, and we set ourselves up for more trouble to come. Strange things have been happening since the birth of our youngest brother. Fang's patients committed suicide after getting married. Fang is the doctor sibling. We have not seen what he looks like yet. Someone has been producing a satirical work of falsehood in Dust's name, imitating her touch. Oh, they're usurping their domains. If these have stolen treasures from Yu's garden and long term, and then your matter. We all know it is not dead. People here have never forgotten its terror. That is why they watch our every move, every meeting. You still think your little achievements will force them to see us anything more than alien entities, enemies to be feared. Are Fang and Dusk alright? Fang was depressed for a while. Dusk has always been how she is, but I don't suppose either would worry too much about it. But what about the future? Do you think someone is pulling the strings behind the scenes? Is Shen Haizong or someone else with ulterior motives? That's what I truly fear. If a single mastermind is behind all of this, I cannot determine who it might be, nor do I have any inkling of their intentions. I'll confirm all you've said with the sweet regulator. I know you have good intentions, but don't overstep the boundaries like this again. Since when have we been worried for one another? I simply didn't want to fall into a trap without knowing who dug it. It's time to go. The journey's far. Be careful on your way. Bring the others my greetings. I may not see them. Proxy bids his sibling farewell and proceeds in the direction of the capital. The journey is far and he's in a hurry. He does not have time to stop for small noises along the way. One wrong move and all is lost. Let's begin with the name Yu, shall we? Sure, let me think. Yu Yin Rao Liang. The sound lingers upon the beams. Liang. What idiom begins with Liang? Don't tell me you're giving up already. Of course not, just busy with the Beastmate. Give me some time. Sure, I have many books to copy. Take your time. And I feel like I should ask Yi, but he's not here. Dong Liang, Crossbeam, Fang Liang, Roof Beam, Dong Liang, Pillar. I know, Dong Liang Jisai, Pillar of Society. Let's start with Liang. She has so many bamboo slips with words on them sitting next to her. Maybe if I took a peek. What is it? Nothing. Why are you copying the words from the slips onto these squares? It's called paper. A new invention. Alright, bro. It's lighter and easier to write on than bamboo. It also doesn't deteriorate as easily, which makes it easy to preserve. What? What do you mean it doesn't? It's paper. You can preserve something forever if you write it on paper. Yes and no. Bamboo slips may last for decades, paper for centuries. Be it bamboo or paper, however, there ultimately comes a day when it perishes. No matter what we use to record something, it will only endure forever if people truly commit its memory. It's like how people remember your cooking when they taste it. He listens, but it is unclear if he understands. He scratches his head beside the stock piece that he has just butchered, but he cannot come up with an idiom that starts with Liang. Suddenly a small piece of bamboo falls in front of him, and he sees the words on it. Liang Shang Junzi. Man on the roof beam. Not bad. Ji, eh? What do you think? Jisoo? Stop here. The word chain game is so hard. Why don't you play it with Ling and Dust the next time they're here, and I'll watch from the sidelines. Are you hungry? You want me to cook the meat? Sure. Here are the bamboo slips if you don't need them anymore. For the fire, I suppose. We were fucking robbed, bro. The young proxy takes the bamboo slips from his sister and skillfully cuts them down the middle into long, sharp sticks. What are you making? Meat skewers. This stock-based tenderloin is just the right mix of lean and fat, and the fat on its belly is nice and firm. It'll taste great roasted. The fuel has to be charcoal. These bamboo slips don't burn for long. I already have the charcoal. We can start roasting when I'm done cutting the slips and skewering the meat. Grilling meat on bamboo slips make this a scholar's meal. Let's call it Scholar's Barbecue. Well, I trust your cooking. I'm excited to try it. I'm done with the slips. You can take them. You're both here. Oh boy. Here he is. Back already. Huh? Mom? I got your letter. I thought you wouldn't be here for a few more days at least. Smooth trip? Yes, you too. There's the idiom, burning a good chin to cook a foul beast, which means a sacrilegious, wasteful behavior. What are you doing with these bamboo slips? Not... Gia gave them to me. Bro. The boy hides behind his sister, peeking his head out from her side. Just giving some broken bamboo slips to you to make the most of them. Why so harsh? You should be more grateful to you for making dinner. Not like I actually said anything, bro. Don't fight, don't fight. I'll go make dinner. It's not every day my second eldest brother comes back. We finally get to eat together. You just sit down and chat. He's always been a little afraid of you. Can't you be more gentle? Are things not going well? No, I see. But we don't get together very often and you misses you. Anything you want to say can wait until after dinner. So unsettling things have been happening without my knowledge. You don't look worried at all. I'm worried, and I'm just surprised that you show so much concern for your siblings, brother. Siblings in the sense that we were born from the same fragmented consciousness, not true blood relations. We each have our own interests and ambitions. Our fates are none of each other's concern. We walk different paths. Do you truly think so? My views are different. Say it's been centuries since we came to the mortal world. Even if we are not truly part of it, most of the scenes and people that we see are lovely. The people we meet seem to become smoke in the wind in the blink of an eye. In the end, it is only us who remain, and it's only in each other that we can truly speak our hearts. We may have differences and we may have conflicts, but we would never cut each other off completely. Isn't that very much like human siblings? I have no intention of arguing if this is how you think. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wonder if you'd regret it if one of us suddenly disappeared for— Alright, that's a bit on the nose, isn't it? Speaking of which, I encountered something strange recently. One night I was about to go to bed when I heard a sound from the study. In the garden I saw through the window the silhouette of someone bending over the desk, writing something. I hurried into the study to find no one, only the Jizang that I had been transcribing the past few days lying on the desk with scribblings all over it. Gia takes a scroll from the desk. One word is written over every neatly written character on the page. Sui. Who do you think could have done it? There's only one possibility. It is awakening and it is attempting to interfere with us in some way. We thought its consciousness had completely faded after Yu's birth, but it is alive, still sleeping, with the stuff of our nightmares. If it does wake, we will become its fleeting dream. What do you have in mind? I don't know yet, but I'll think of a way. I have an idea if you'd care to listen. I only recently thought about it. When I compiled the histories with the people of Yan, there were inevitably some mistakes, no matter how careful we were. Unlike ordinary writing, it takes great effort to correct mistakes written in the histories. Gia picks up a writing knife from the desk, used to scrape bamboo slips, and picks up a scroll and gently scrapes the paper. The ink that has seeped into the paper, even smearing the next page slightly, disappears without a trace when the writing knife touches it. The paper is blank, as though nothing has ever been written on it. This knife. I think my influence has changed it. I have a faint feeling the words it scrapes away, a history, or at least a name, don't just disappear from the paper, they disappear from people's hearts and minds. Perhaps there will come a day when we use it to scrape the word Sui from all the texts of this world. And she was scraping her own name off, wasn't she? You can do that. Not yet. Right now it's only a writing knife, albeit an unusual one. But I can feel it. The more words written, the heavier my knife and pen become. Perhaps we're all the same. We discovered the answer to who we are in that primordial void, and then we understood the meaning of our existence in the mortal realm. This is what proves you're different from it. Perhaps there will come a day when our strength exceeds its. Then we can truly break free of its influence and live as ourselves. As long as we don't forget who we are, of course. What are you thinking on, dear brother? Don't worry about it. Sometimes I feel like you and I are the least compatible amongst our siblings. Thoughts and plans are things to be kept inside one's heart, but words and language are for expressing what lies in one's heart. Sometimes I feel like you hide nothing from me and that I can see all that you think. Interesting, isn't it? We both found that we want to devote We both found what we wanted to devote ourselves to, only to have it reshape our personalities in turn. Drew always says I'm obsessed with the past, and I remember the deathly white that she talked about, which lies at the end of the future. She was right. One cannot pretend to be carefree when there are things that one cannot let go of. I know you're obsessed with the unknowable future. Victory and defeat are what you're most obsessed about, but it would be such a miserable existence if there was nothing but victory and defeat. Besides that, what is it you care about the most? I do not obsess about victory and defeat. I simply do not like to accept that a game could not be won. By the way, are you reporting to the Sui Regulator tomorrow? Could you take these copied books with you? They'll need to review them before they can be archived in the Sky Mirror Pavilion. Very well. And take another look at the recopied Jichu's Zhang for me. Bring the right neck too, so you can correct any mistakes. Anything you've written hardly needs me to check it. Consider it an activity to pass the time. You spend so much time devising military strategies, thinking of victory and defeat. A distraction would do you good. And perhaps you might find what you're looking for in the text. A great ghost.
Plotted schemes, waged wars, crossed arms.
Yeah, I'm not bringing it on.
An eternity, unaltered and unfailing in its challenge.
I know what I'm doing.
Come, take your seats.
That's why I... Freeze! You're under arrest, but you have the right to remain silent.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
That's why I... Freeze! You're under arrest, but you have the right to remain silent.
Not even a stirring of grass will go overlooked.
Observe the entirety of the board. There is no one point that decides victory.
What is this skill one even?
The situation is tiny may a candle be. It shall drive out the darkest night.
Why must you insist on struggling?
Go no further. This road is closed.
If you're really... I plant you into the soil to grow anew.
The situation is tiny may a candle be. It shall drive out the darkest night.
Doesn't do damage right now.
From here on, your words are my command.
You will not escape this, dear, so easily.
As it comes, the split halberd sinks in the sand. Great aspirations unrecompensed. Drop your weapon! Ready to move.
There we go. Year 593. Better to sacrifice a few stones than to lose the initiative. One wrong move and all is lost. And all is lost. Lost. So you found me. You've been following me for quite a while. Show yourself. Long looks back. The mixture of weeping and lament moves away gradually, but it does not stop for even an instant. Let me see what you've got. Wong follows the eerie voice to a decrepit Wei Chi stall. The man, presumably the owner of the stall, sits on the ground weeping. There is no one around. One wrong move, and all is lost. And all is lost. Before Wang has a chance of taking the situation on the Wei Chi board, the man falls upon it and begins to wail, sending stones flying. Ridiculous. As Wang turns around to leave, the man's crying begins to abate. Don't go, sir, please. I'll set up the board again. This game cost me my life savings, my home, my farm, even my family scattered, and some of them died because of it. I am very sick and don't have long to live. Bro, what did you bet on this fucking game? Jesus. A game of Weichi that cost me my home, my family, my life. I couldn't let it go. Take a look for me if you can find a solution. Perhaps fate can still be changed. The man goes from sobbing to howling. As Wong stands motionless, the man picks up the stones from the ground and quickly sets up the board. Set up, probe, and trap, sacrifice, fight, exchange. The man's hands move at a breathtaking pace. The game begins to grow as though it is alive, the war raging from the corners to the center, then to the other side which still lies empty, so fast the eyes can hardly keep up. Before one can react, the man has put a black stone in his hand. Your turn, sir. How? Yes, how indeed. Black and white should have taken turns placing stones, but no black stones can be seen on the board once you hold one. How should the game proceed? This is ridiculous. I'll take my leave. What to understand, sir? This board is like an abyss. Every white stone is the size of a mountain, while the black ones that I presumptuously place upon it are no more than game pieces. We are so far from the board that even the mountains are no greater than the size of a thumb. How could we possibly see a tiny Weichi stone? Held on as long as I could, but at this point I was dazed and exhausted. One wrong move. The man begins to weep bitterly again. And all is lost. Look, I gave each stone a name, but I couldn't save any of them. There's no way out for any of them. This one is Shuo, this one is Wang, this one is Ling, this one is Jun. Wang draws his blade and stabs at one of the white stones, only for it to make a sharp cracking sound as it bends, as though he were stabbing a boulder. Pointless, like striking a rock with an egg. Why did I play this game? I shouldn't have. Why? The sword turns and pierces the man's throat. He slumps to the ground, but no blood flows from the wound. The weeping grows even louder, though it is no longer intelligible. The man's eyes glow with a strange expression. Is it fear or joy? He stares straight at Wang's face. Wang instinctively reaches for the writing knife on his belt, but stops midway. Finally, he ponders for a moment and puts the black stone in his hand on the board. All is lost. Nonsense. Set it here and the game remains a toss-up. No sooner have the words left Wang's mouth than the body on the ground turns into smoke, and the invisible black stones on the board reveals themselves. It's this guy again. Mr. Wang. You... I watch you stand in front of the door to the sweet regulator before turning around again. I came to find you as I thought you might have met with a strange happening too. Strange happening? You already know. Yes, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. There was a madman here crying about some omen of misfortune. He didn't make any sense. Where is he? Vanished. His Weichi game remains. Understood. I'll have someone copy it down. One more thing. The supervisor says Jia should be about done with the book copying, and that you probably have brought the copies. Have you? Here. One moment, please, while I count them. 3 poetry anthologies for a total of 32 scrolls. 5 volumes on philology for a total of 60 scrolls. 1 volume on divination for a total of 5 scrolls. This is the Ji Jiuzhang. Looks like it got mixed in with the divination books. She is such a genius. She wrote this in a single night, all 1,400 words of it without a single character repeated. Calligraphy is still so beautiful. There is truly no equal. The candle holder heaps praise upon the scroll. Wang follows his gaze and sees an empty piece of paper. Remember this, 500 years ago in the capital. The first time she proposed an actionable hypothesis for destroying Sui. She gave me the writing knife, but I don't remember what the article was about, what she wanted to tell me. I repeat, did you mean making me repeat the events of the past in a dream? Only to make you see for yourself how many fantasies have appeared in your dreams over the past 1,000 years, dreams about destroying me, dreams that were doomed to fail. I should turn these memories into a cage and drown you in the shame of countless failures. See now, all the memories that you have forgotten. You forgot? Sorry. It's nothing, I'm just thinking too much. If the sweet regulator didn't say anything, I would like to have my writing knife back. I don't know why you always seem so aloof. We don't see each other very often. Are you not happy at all? I wonder if you'd regret it if one of us suddenly disappeared forever. I'd rather not be called the 5th Sui my entire life, as if its mark were still on me. The ones who created characters helped me think of one to use as a name. Could you read this for me, brother? I shall write it and recite it for you. The character is blank and blank. Blank and blank come together to form blank. Mr. Wong. Is something the matter? I remembered something. My sister said she did the Jijuzhang in a hurry and asked me to check it for errors. I forgot. Give me some time. Not a problem. I'll leave this one for now then. It's getting late. You can bring it back tomorrow. A cage of memories. Ridiculous. You won't get your wish. The sky is completely darkened by the time the proxy arrives at the inn. No, I'm not even gonna try. The Jijuzhang is distinctive, unlike other books. It lists the names of many things and persons. I should have remembered. A breeze turns the pages. Wong seems to see a piece of paper in a different color on the back cover. She was then trying to tell me something. Wong picks up a thin booklet from the table and opens it. The Jijuzhang is distinctive, unlike other books. It lists the names of many things and persons. They are classified into different sections by kind so that nothing is confused or mixed together. With but little time expended, it suffices for daily use, truly to one's satisfaction. If one studies it with diligence, one is sure to taste the delight of success. These should have been words written on the first page. These were words when Wong scanned the page for the first time. But now the paper is covered in strange ink markings. Oh, yeah, right. Sui. Wang simply instinctively raises the knife and aims at the first fierce-looking Sui on the page. One wrong move. Who's there? And all is lost. The wind howls outside the window, but there is no one there. Still trying to be our nightmare. The same old tricks from centuries ago. Have you not grown tired of it yet? When at a disadvantage, seek a draw. There is no such thing as a draw between us. When in danger, make sacrifices. In your dreams. Sui. The writing knife strikes the first Sui. Wang has used his sister's writing knife before. A slight cut in the incorrect word is completely erased, leaving the page intact. But he feels great resistance, as though he's trying to scrape a boulder, a mountain even. He tightens his not too strong arms and pushes down. G. A crack of thunder outside the window. The first Sui finally disappears. The paper is blank for a moment, and the word that Gia wrote is revealed. The lines intentionally plain, yet vigorous to make for easier recognition by learners. The lone G stands eerie amongst a page full of Sui. G, is that it? Is smearing and dabbing the worst you can do? Do not give in to haste. Sui. Wong takes aim at the second Sui and scrapes it. The resistance seems even stronger than the first time. Jiu. Nightwind invades the room, trying to turn the pages, but Wong keeps the paper firmly under his palm. Chi. Ooh. The room starts to shake violently as the fourth world reveals itself. You. The thunder outside rumbles endlessly, accompanied by constant lightning. Zhong. A bolt of lightning strikes the inn, setting Enterprise Pro. E. The room burns fiercely, but Wong remains at the desk, utterly focused on cutting the page. Each Sui requires greater exertion than the last. Each time a Sui is raised, a different hellish vision appears around him. The sky thunders, the earth trembles, winds shriek, and thunder roars. The fires burn red and bright. The beams, the bed, the desk, and the shelves, until there is nothing in the room left to burn, and even the ground has been burned through. Wong can feel himself drop straight down like a stone, but his hands do not stop. Scorching heat. Freezing cold. Suffocation. Isolation. 100, 300, 500, 1000. 1393. 1394. The last Sui is erased, and he finds himself in the dark room again. Nothing in the room has changed, except for Wong sitting in the middle of the room, his face gaunt and yellow, his clothes tattered, as though he physically journeyed through all these hellish visions. Heavy breathing. What other Wei Chi wisdom do you have? Spit it out, won't you? Silence. Wang turns the page. There is indeed a paper between the last page and the back cover. It is not words that are written on it, but a 19 by 19 Wei Chi board drawn with writing ink. Not a classic match, but a handicap game of clearly mismatched sides. This is... It's one thing to make me play Wei Chi with you because you're bored, dear brother. It's another to use the stones to form the character for bored. Damn, bro. As if that would help me against you. Why don't you find something else to pass the time if not really a Wei Chi game that you're after? Go hiking, learn an instrument. I could teach you calligraphy if it comes down to that. What thoughts did you read this time? There are words on the other side. Through the paper, one can see that the writing is different from the simple, straightforward lines that she used when copying for learners. It is the new style of calligraphy that she uses when writing to her siblings. He flips the paper over, trying to see what message he never managed to see it was. But every word is covered by the Sui character, even thicker and fiercer than the ones he has just erased. Same old tricks. Fine, let's see what tricks you've got, other than illusions and parlor tricks. Once again, Wang stabs his Sui, covering the page with a writing knife, wiping away a little smear on the top right of the word. No unusual phenomenon occurs except the red blood that begins to flow from his right shoulder. Okay, I consider that unusual. To kill you is to kill me. Is that so? Suits me just fine. One stab and the wound on his shoulder opens up. Another stab and the wound deepens to reach the bone. Another stab and another. Missing words. Let's see. What's the word? I can't remember. In October, I'll be 9. 9. Supervisor, urgent report from the Sky Mirror Pavilion. All recordings pertaining to the Farron matter. Perhaps the blood has gotten into his eyes, for it seems like the Sui character covering the page has begun to move, as though it was alive. The ink seems to fear the writing knife, shifting back and forth among the names of the 12 proxies. Wang. It stops on the Wang character. Wang pauses and presses his bloody right side with his left hand, and resolutely points the writing knife back at the word that covers everything. The ink is so black it seems to shine, reflecting half of Wang's silhouette. The last cut. The writing knife glows bright. The proxy pours his entire spirit into it, waiting for it to strike his own name. The ink on the page dissipates completely, revealing the beautiful calligraphy beneath. But the proxy can see it no more. He falls to the ground, covered in blood, so thin and gaunt he hardly seems human. He has stopped breathing. Bro's dead. Damn, that's crazy. I wanted to kill myself. I have gotten my wish. After more than a century of plotting since your last failed attempt, this is how it ends. I, the strategist. I, the schemer. You're delusional. The proxy stands beside his bloody corpse on the floor, perfectly unharmed as he was when he entered the tomb with Sui. The body in the ground dissipates like the morning dew, until only 3 shining black stones are left. Until they too disintegrate. Turning yourself into Wei Chi stones, this was your idea. 3 black stones in exchange for killing you once, a fair trade. Pathetic, you are fooling yourself. Fooling myself. I've visited many of your kind. I know how incomprehensible you are, how incomprehensible we are. I know about the faint consciousness that were born from the primordial void, and I know how they have transformed themselves into colossal entities in the course of an infinity. Time, space, quantity, structure, the things that mortals take for granted, the things that we seem to be everlasting, unchangeable, are merely a temporary roost for you. I have seen one of your kind continue to disrupt what should have been the calm flow of time, even though it had died long ago and had been turned into a machine at the hands of others. He's talking about... Actually, no. I was thinking it was, what's-her-face's staff. And you still dream of killing me. Perhaps you have no need to die, but you will fall into eternal slumber, Sui, the dreamer of evolution. Mankind has no use for your arrogant design, and I have no use for your endless dream. Every death in your memory is real, a genuine death of a small part of your enormous consciousness. Don't believe me? Think back to the day I encountered that madman, back when your methods were so primitive they were downright laughable. What did I do? Did I give the book back to the Sui regulator? Did I destroy it? What was written in it? Was it really a book? See? You've forgotten. You dare. Your memory has died, the price you paid in exchange for 3 black stones. To be precise, you died by the writing knife imbued with the proxy's entire life force. He scraped clean every instance of the Sui character across all Great Yan, and with it any trace that a creature called Sui ever existed. The recklessness, the blasphemy. I would do it again had I the riding knife in my hand right now. I would be happy to create for you a nightmare from which you would never wake, even at the cost of my own life. You cannot. The more parts of me you kill, the more you think you'll weaken me, and the sooner I will wake. I know. Death hurts. Each and every one of your memories is real. They're happening somewhere. The pain of your death cuts straight to the heart. What about you? What can you do? I will continue the game, until neither of us can ever rise again.
A unit never takes the same formation, as water never takes the same shape.
I do
Such
not,
extraordinary
brother,
planning and execution.
should not be speaking to me right now.
Doctor, I cannot
E8
fathom your
dense
past.
ink trace. The powerful brushstrokes leave behind an ink trace that pen erased the paper. Two days before the full moon. What are you sighing for? Does your tooth hurt? It's my head that hurts. You have too much time on your hands, go count the cabbage stalk for winter. Are you going or not? Going where, when the sun hasn't even climbed over the rooftops? Don't play the fool with me. The city's almost empty. Why do you stay? Almost means it's not totally empty. Travelers, soldiers on duty, they all need to eat. Besides, he has someone right here in the restaurant. She doesn't count. If you don't go now, there's nothing I can do when the suit regulator hears of her visit to this place. I just put the foul beast on the grill and there's another 4 or 5 dishes still to be served. There's no rush. Oh, you're just... Stop worrying so much. First thing in the morning, go open the door if you really have too much time on your hands. It's business as usual for breakfast hours. Your bowl is a boulder, you know that? What else can I do? If you're sleepy, go to bed. If you're hungry, eat something. Who knows when someone might suddenly miss a certain taste? A customer could show up at any moment. Oh. Who was it this time? See, a customer just showed up. Take a seat you like. Only the breakfast menu is available right now. Yeah, what the fuck? Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? I'm not sure what you're asking. I run this place. What else would I be doing? You people just keep getting more and more ridiculous. Why the rudeness? Insulting the chef before you've taken a single bite? Keep this up and I'll kick you out. Even my patience has its brother has no patience. What do you mean? The frosty individual walks into the restaurant and sits down at the table beside you. Who is this? This is one of the Fairwoods. This is the one from third part that tried to fight Zhongyue. It's one of the Shenhaizong that's trying to kill Sui. The frosty individual walks into the restaurant and sits down at the table beside you. What flavors the savors that you savor? All of them, of course, from sweet to sour to salty to spicy. It's an enemy, essentially. And to get the smell of fire and smoke all over yourself. Do you like this? Of course, can't be a good cook if you don't like to cook. I can't speak to anything else, but I'm pretty confident in my cooking. I can make a couple dishes for you on the house. One has to taste different flavors in life. Isn't it a waste to be obsessed with a single flavor? But I guess I can't really use these words to persuade you. They say, he who tells others to forgive and forget will be struck by lightning. Besides, I guess the bad blood between you is pretty thick. I understand how you feel, really. You have every reason to hate Yan, hate humanity, hate it, and I suppose it's not out of the question for the hatred to last 1,000 years. But if you keep hating and hating with nothing to do but let the hate destroy you, is it really worth it? You remind me of my brother, come to think of it. You're not afraid of me at all? Why should I be? Beggars, mandarins, even the gods in heaven and the pheromones of legend, they're all customers when they walk into this restaurant. You're different from the others. You're unusual even among your kind. You don't look concerned at all, even when your life is on the line. I guess I've gotten used to living in fear. It's been this way for a century. Your timing isn't great, I have to say. You would really have had a treat if you had come when the ingredients were still fresh in the kitchen. Sometimes all it takes to change your mood is a nice, hot meal. Maybe the things that seem impossible will solve themselves. The bun's already, chef, but our breakfast sign is gone, did blaze. There's actually a customer at this hour. A candle holder. All alone. Far too arrogant you are. Feeble, ignorant juvenile, you and these ants. Her sword is already raised before she has finished her sentence. Stop, chef. Oh, and there she is. Like the falling of the judge's gavel or the crack of thunder in winter. It is supposed to be a dining table, but feels like a court of law. All is silent. The dining table is no place for swords and bloodshed. Pick up your chopsticks if you're here to eat. Don't let good food go to waste. And if you're not here to eat, you ought to get out. Its parts protect the humans of the sweet regulator. How ironic. We don't need you to tell us how to live our lives. On the other hand, I would suggest you eat something. Hunger tends to make one grumpy. The woman quietly pushes a steaming plate of buns in front of Yao. Enjoy while it's hot. Yao looks coldly at the buns in front of her before turning to leave. You're going. The Shanhai Zong's words were truth mixed with falsehood, but I will get my hands on what she promised to deliver to me. As for you, I've met many of its incarnations, but none who answer my questions straightforwardly. What use is there for you people? I will not say that an eye for an eye is unreasonable, but you should watch your step in case someone has dug a pit for you. Ridiculous. Does she speak of the proxies, the Shanhai Zong herself, or the steaming plate of buns in front of her? Good thing you showed up, Jung. It doesn't seem like she's here for any particular reason. Looks like she's been tricked by someone. Whether I'm here or not doesn't make much of a difference. It's not us that she's after. What is it? I just feel like she must have led a hard life. A road of hardship that only leads to even greater hardship. Never mind that. Does my second oldest sister have business here in Baijiao? I have an appointment to keep. Appointment? How about you sit down and enjoy a meal if you're not in a hurry? I'm afraid it might be a little hard to sit down and enjoy anything, considering the burning smell coming from the kitchen. Oh no, my roast fowl feast. Stop. The sound of the Polonia seeds striking the ground rang clear through the faint morning autumn wind. The slender woman in front of her has a nervous expression on her face, seemingly trying to hide her timidity at all costs. A visitor. When there is a general evacuation order throughout Baijiao. Who are you? What business do you have in the Sky Mirror Pavilion? I didn't mean to disturb. Do you work here? You must have seen the strange soldiers all over the city. They seem to have originated here. Could you please tell me exactly what happened? The pavilion does not need an outsider meddling in its affairs. Besides, your identity is unknown. You have trespassed into this place armed. As magistrate of water for the Sky Mirror Pavilion, I cannot allow you to enter, whether it is for the safety of the pavilion's archives or for your own safety. Turn back. Magistrate of water? What kind of position is that? The Sky Mirror Pavilion is the first library of Yan. The Magistrate of Water is responsible for preventing fires. What are you doing in the Sky Mirror Pavilion if you don't even know this? I thought a modern library wouldn't need a specific person to prevent fires anymore. Indeed, you're right. Smart girl. Now get out. Sorry, I meant no offense. But I happen to know someone who used to work in Baijiao's library. Who? What's your relationship? It's not important. It was many years ago. The elf woman takes a few steps forward, lifting her lantern to look closely at Chen's face. Chen instinctively takes a step back. Enough. Nothing you say will matter. Leave if you have no business here. You'll regret it when the gates close. But you're the only one here. Are you sure you'll be fine? That's none of your business. Why do you poke your nose into it? Honestly, I came to clear out these monsters. But when I saw this library, I felt like I've seen it in a dream, like someone intentionally guided me here. Dream. Is that the best excuse you can come up with? It's not an excuse. Besides, I used to be a cop. I'm familiar with security work. Oops. Wait, what? Please, trust me. Let me participate in the investigation. You're really police. Slight resemblance between these two, yeah. Maybe a little bit. Surely not. Chen shows her ID. You're from Lungmen. Chen Huiqie. Chen Huiqie, what are you doing here? Huh? Don't think a piece of paper grants you free passage. I, Chen Chao Chen. Okay, they're fucking related. Of course they're fucking related. And the last of the Chens. Have you come to mock the house of Chen? I'll never understand the Imperial family's hobbies. How are they related, though? That means you're still playing dumb. Don't you even know who your parents are? Your family never cared about the husband's side of the family when Princess Yanjing remarried, only to ruin the careers of the entire Chen family when she died. What did my cousin do wrong? How could he possibly refuse? Maybe you don't believe me. I can hardly believe it myself, but no one's ever told me so much about my family like that. I thought I was the only one. If you didn't know, then why have you come to the Sky Mirror Pavilion? They stared at each other wordlessly as though looking into their mirrors. Are they cousins? This is what they choose for CG, yeah. I'm sorry. Enough. Leave a few nice words, that's all. You were willing to say them, and I appreciate it. Let's leave it at that. I gave up asking more questions a long time ago. Thunder and rain are both gifts from heaven. I should be grateful I still have a job. Again. Didn't they disappear? Oh no, the books. I'll take you inside. It's faster that way. Excuse me. Such gal. Wait. Insolent child. Okay, so maybe not cousins. They're just calling her child. Beneath the tall dome, densely packed bookshelves extend as far as the eye can see, reflecting in the floor like a massive, constantly expanding Weiqi board. In-colored script guys wander amidst them, scattered like Weiqi stones. It's not good. The monsters here are much stronger than the ones I encountered at the gate. It's like they came flowing out of the shelves. What are they? Shelves, pages, can't you tell? Pages. Get back. Don't grab me. I suppose your intentions are righteous. What do you think, Candleholder Zol? Is the news timely enough for you? Going straight for the source of the guy's trouble, even you sweet regulator people haven't been able to react yet. Do you believe me now? Shut up and give it back. The sound of metal clanging against metal. Sparks flies, blades clash. Mo Yu clenches her teeth as the sword spreads from her hands to the rest of her arm. You blockhead, gone strong in the span of just a few days, haven't you? What do you want, Shanghai Zong Bandit? Tell me you haven't noticed something's not right with this wee regulator. What about this doll? Why did you steal it? It belongs to a proxy. Just like the Book of Kung Fu, I believe it has something to do with the vanished proxy. As for taking it, would you have cooperated and come with me to the Sky Mirror Pavilion, hard-headed as you are, if I didn't? Out of the way. He pushes so hard that it sends a doll in Mo Yu's arms flying. Oh no. You won't... Blades cross again in the blink of an eye. The force sends both of them recoiling. The blades vibrate and hum. Look out. The bookshelf collapses towards Mo Yu, the shockwave forcing her back. Bro, this is a library. Stop, stop. Who are they? They're swinging swords at each other when there's little monsters around, and you toppled an entire shelf of books. Out, get out. Wait, be careful. It's unclear who moved first. The balance is broken and chaos breaks out. Mo Yu turns towards the charging magistrate of water, angling her wrist to point her sword at her foe's shoulder. Zhoulei's swing misses Mo Yu by inches, cutting the red rope tied to the wooden lock. Stand back. Chen has no time to pull Chao Qian back. Almost by instant, she draws Qishao and barely parries an attack without even seeing who made it. Sparks fly amidst the poorly lit bookshelves, accompanied by the piercing sound of clashing metal. Huh? Mo Yu grabs Chen Chao Qian by the collar and pulls her away from the scuffle. Chen steps forward, her blade leading the way. Zhoulei stands his ground. Stop. The girl holds up the petite form of the magistrate of water and turns her blade around. Now with a token. You, give the wooden lock back. Stop, all of you, don't hurt the innocent. You're Lord Wei's niece. Why is the token in your hands, Miss Chen? This is important to the sweet regulator. You must return it at once. Lower your weapon. What a mess. That's ink trace.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. That's the way I got to go.
And thus has Autumn made reckoned her arrival.
Come.
I think I can probably just solo this actually. It's here. Goodness. Hello, Nofu, how are you? Welcome in.
Truly evocative.
I know what I'm doing. Don't stop me.
Has it come? The split halberd sinks in the sand. Great aspirations unrecompensed.
That's why I like being a cop, because I think all human life is important.
Let's look quite a bit damage.
Truly one word to address all beneath the heaven. One scope to spare none upon the earth.
Has Chen returned the item? Let her go. Return the lock, brother. I'm sure we can talk about this calmly, like reasonable people. I could hear all the way from Osiris. I thought it was Geist at work again. Not expect to see a 3-person sparring session. This fucking guy again, Mr. Liang. I hope you're faring well, Lord Zhou. Lord Zhou, I've heard the name on Rhodes Island. I must admit, I was at my wit's end about how to resolve the trouble here. My mind can be at ease now that the Sui Regulator has sent you to deal with it. Well, do I misunderstand? The supervisor has her plans. There is no need to worry. I will offer what assistance I can. Is it under the supervisor's instructions that you're arresting this young lady? She is Mo Yi, a member of the Shanghai Zong. She had been causing trouble at Nanshan a few days ago, and now she appeared in Baijiao, coinciding with the Geist troubles. This is highly suspicious and calls for a thorough investigation. How ungrateful of you, Candleholder as well. The Shanghai Zong cautiously backs off while still holding Chen Xiaoqian hostage. The city is under martial law. I should commend Miss Mo for her boldness, if you're only here to cause trouble. You seem duller than this candle holder is, but I didn't expect you to be a reasonable one. Care to persuade our Lord Zhou to listen to me before drawing his sword for once? My station is insignificant, and my words carry little weight. I can only ask you to release my colleague. To travel across the land and delve deeply into the laws of nature, the original creed of the Shanghai Zong 1,000 years ago. I doubt it is your intention to harm an innocent. Mr. Liang, how do you know that? Well, you fall silent for a moment, then sheathes her sword and gives the magistrate of water a gentle push. Are you alright? I'm fine. Doshi, new transcriber. If I recognize that sword, you must be Miss Chen. It is surprising that you would return to Baijiao at a time like this. You're Lang Zun, advisor of Yu Men. I've seen you with Wei Yinmu. You're too humble to say that your station is insignificant. I've left the position and am merely a humble transcriber now. Perhaps you have not yet heard the news since you have been traveling. Eyes locked upon the wooden lock in Zhou hand. No sudden moves. The token's one thing, but that lock was mine to begin with. And what of it? You dare. Speak your intentions, and I'll decide what to do with this lock. Believe me if I told you. Why did the old Tianchi allow you to come to Baijiao? She said the war is coming to the city, and some people will inevitably try to take advantage of the chaos. That young candle holder will likely run into trouble. She took down Beauty Minister Lin and Mr. Yun, so she wanted you to have help. Deal with anyone who tries to obstruct the boy as best you can. Do you think I wanted to help you, Blockhead? And what of the lock? Still keeping secrets? It belonged to my late mother. Raises. I let the hostage go, and you have my mother's heirloom. What more do you want? You have to babysit Jolie. You know, at this point, yeah, someone might as well, because brother needs something. He needs W, man. You'll still have to come with me to Sui Regulator to explain the previous incidents. Because no more trouble, and I assure you, cause no more trouble, and I assure you the lock will be returned to you without a scratch once it's all settled. Just want to hold me hostage with it, don't you? Like I said, the Sui Regulator. Good youths, now that we've resolved our misunderstandings, why don't we call the truce and clear up what's going on here? 2 days before the date of the full moon, hour of Wu. You've been in the Sky Mirror Pavilion for some time, Mr. Liang. Do you know what these soldier apparitions are? I believe Lord Zhou is in a better position to explain it. They are Geists. The Sui Regulator has discovered that some Fahrenmets are able to animate the inanimate things, be it drawings, objects, or text. The Geists that have appeared in Baijiao may be based on the Yun armies during the Great Hunt depicted in the history books in the Sky Mirror Pavilion's collection. Their appearance likely has something to do with events at the Tomb of Sui, but it's unclear why they seem to flicker in and out of existence. It's the breathing of the Fahrenheit. Breathing is what gives life. The increasing frequency of Geist appearances is a sign that it is waking up from its dream. How do you know? I told you, you people are way behind on Fahrenheit knowledge. Then why did the script Geist originate from the Sky Mirror Pavilion? I'm not well versed in Fahrenheitology, but I have a hypothesis concerning the Sky Mirror Pavilion. Mr. Liang, what's your words? Still clinging to your stupid rules, do you have any idea what the situation is? It's not my intention to poke my nose into the Sui Regulator's secrets, but this is an emergency and we need to share information. This place holds the only thing the vanished proxy left behind. A writing knife. Writing knife. Could it be the top floor of the Sky Mirror Pavilion, which has always been sealed shut? It is very special. After the death of the proxy, everything that she owned, everything that she had poured her heart and soul into, disappeared with her. But this writing knife remains. If the guys in the city come from where it is, very likely they have something to do with the knife. It all makes sense now. What do you mean? A little while ago, the Ministry of War sent people to search the Sky Mirror Pavilion every few days. But the Sky Mirror Pavilion is under jurisdiction of the Ministry of Rights. Mr. Liang has submitted several complaints to the Department of Discipline and Supervision. They finally laid off the search these couple of days. The Ministry of War. Patrol battalion soldiers tried to stop me on the main street just now. Could this be the Grand Commandant's doing? Why didn't you say anything about the patrol battalion soldiers following closely behind that candle holder from the Sui Regulator? Come on, it's just a guess. I never said anything about the Sui Regulator being in league with the Grand Commandant in some kind of underhanded deal. The Sui Regulator does not indulge in faction politics. Bureaucrats who don't engage in faction politics, that would be a first for the Baijiao court. I'll clear it up when I report back to the supervisor. Don't get so worked up over a mere guess. What does the Ministry of War want with the writing knife? What use does it have other than its association with the script guys? The writing knife is a tool to use to erase characters scribed on bamboo slips, but I know nothing about what powers the proxy's knife possesses. You do, don't you, Lord Zhou? Go on. The proxy assisted Yan with compiling the nation's history. Her powers were unusual. The scrolls of the Sui Regulator record. With her pen, she fathoms the laws of heaven and human affairs. With her knife, she has the power to erase and rewrite history. Apparently, the writing knife can erase things that cannot and must not be hastily touched. The name of a person or their very existence, even the existence of an entire segment of history. You have got to be kidding me. How can history be altered so easily? What does altering history involve? Does it change people's memories, or does a single word erase someone's existence? The powers of the Fahrenheits are far beyond our comprehension. We cannot interpret this through the lens of normal logic. According to Sui Regulator research, however, the writing knife has been used for such purposes in the past. So it seems you don't have full knowledge either. However, the one who seeks the writing knife, the one with ulterior motives, must know how to use it. What? What do we do then? Do we stop people with ulterior motives from getting their hands on knives, or do we use it to stop the guys in the city? As far as I know, the writing knife was sealed away in the top of the Sky Mirror Pavilion many years ago, and the Sui Regulator placed strong wards on it. 2 keys are needed to unseal it. The supervisor and the 4th proxy each hold one. The seal can only be broken if both are present. What's the 4th proxy? 4th is Jun, I think. Maybe we use a thing you took from the Garden of Grotesqueries. Give it a try? Absolutely not. We know little of the true powers of the writing knife, and even less of this object from the Garden of Grotesqueries. We can't act rashly. Not this, not that. Guess we'll wait for Sui to wake up and go down with the rest of Baijiao. Miss Chen has been quiet. What is on your mind? What is on your mind, Chen Huiche? Mr. Lang, what do you mean when you said the one with ulterior motives? Forgive me, if I'm wrong, but you're here for private matters at Lord Wei's behest, are you not, Miss Chen? Where is Lord Wei? He's missing. Missing, but there are few who could possibly overcome Lord Wei in combat. In that case, have you entered the city because you suspect Lord Wei is already here? Impossible. He could be accused of attempting a coup. Wonderful. More sordid affairs of the big shots. These are extraordinary circumstances, Mr. Lang. There is no need to mince words. The writing knife, the patrol battalion, the Sui Regulator. Do you think the unusual activities of the Minister of War have something to do with Wei Yanwu's disappearance? I dare not make a hasty judgment, but it's true that they were not so brazen before Lord Wei's disappearance. As far as I know, Lord Wei and his Imperial Majesty are polar opposites. Lord Wei is decisive, but sometimes rash, while His Majesty's cautiousness might be seen as indecision by some. Perhaps the Grand Commandant's faction found Wei Yanwu's weakness and coerced him to enter the city, planning to use a writing knife to rewrite history to... No, anyone who tried to blackmail Wei Yanwu would only suffer 100-fold payback. Could he willingly? It was the Trulong who summoned him back to Baizhou, unless he's changed his mind at the last minute. But why hide if he's answering an Imperial summons? Human minds are complicated things, and Lord Ways is more so than most. If you're truly worried for him, you could start by investigating the writing knife right here at the Sky Mirror Pavilion, responding to change by staying still, so to speak. Responding to change by staying still. I like that. Where do we go then, to find out what this writing knife can do and to protect it, Mr. Liang? We should... Mr. Liang, up. The higher we climb the Sky Mirror Pavilion, the more precious the tomes. They will be of great benefit.
Where did you find the courage to challenge me?
Eat a fold. Drink all the wine of man dry, dream a dream without end, carry the burden of a crushing snow. Need a fucking vanguard, man. We are getting absolutely fucked.
Stand to attention!
Getting this crew together wasn't easy. You better make them count.
Pointless obsession, pointless struggle, pointless sacrifice. You've been fearful for centuries. You divided my awakening into hundreds of cycles, each of which is subdivided by 12, and subdivided by 30, and then... You live in constant fear every minute, every second, fearing the time limit, though you do not know when it will come. Have I become so foolish and short-sighted in the span of just a few dreams? Without a will, without a self, without someone to measure and define it, time is no more than a cycle without meaning. The time you spent in the tomb was. How do you define this time if you neither think nor feel? Dream hysterical for its inevitable end. How does a dream then? Oh. 759. 300 years? 400 years ago. The mounts, seas, and all in between shall be our masters. Heresy. And pounds. Drop your weapons and live. Not my weapon. We will teach the House of Yan that Zhu has awakened, and their reign is no more than a fleeting dream compared to the infinity of heaven and earth. Zhu is in the puppet. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. Mountains and come drink, sir. Okay. Did not mean to fast forward. Don't sell yourself short. After centuries, we finally eliminated the last remnant from that hunt. The lands of Yan are safe now. A toast to all of you. Thank you, sir. Oh. And to the two of you, of course. Mr. Shuo inspired the troops by always being the first to charge into the fray, while Mr. Wang's tactics were utterly flawless. The bulk of the credit for taking down Jun must go to the two of you. A toast to you. Bullshit. This is a rare opportunity, Mr. Wang, and there's something I must say to you. I know of the slanders against your name in the Imperial Court, casting suspicions upon you because you're not one of our kind. But you've endured such slanders and made a historic contribution to Yan. Your noble heart is admirable. To interfere even in family reunions, the Sui regulator's restrictions on you are unreasonable. I'll petition to His Majesty to permit your family gathering. It's a joyful day. I consider myself a strong drinker, but it appears wine has gotten the best of me. To tell the truth, my orders were to keep an eye on you and make sure nothing goes wrong. The two of you have proven yourself utterly loyal, most respectable. This is as far as I go. Take care. The drunken official manages a farewell and departs, helped by his bodyguards. A good man, but a poor spy. Did you think about what will happen to all of us if he finds out what you did? We're drunk. I wish I were drunk, and all this was not but a dream. Why did you let the bestial Jew go? Best have a card up one sleeve. Who is your opponent this time? You must feel it. We all do. It is awakening much sooner than the 1,000 years that we expected. We need help. The Jew promised to help you defeat Sui. It's too weak to even protect the Shanghai Zone, and we have not yet gotten to that point. It is not time yet. I told you, there are other ways to escape its influence. I know what you're going to say. You finally cleaned up the ties between you and it. You wanted me to no longer be us, and we no longer be it. In you sealed yourself away in the sword. What then? Did the Sui regulator return your sword? We still live in shackles. True shackles do not come from outside. You really believe that everyone can be like you. You remember everything and care about everything. People, events, and things from centuries past have all flowed away like a great river, but Sho remains Sho, always. Not everyone can be like you. How long would it take for dust to become like you? What about you? You really want you to be like you. 1,000 years is not enough, and we don't even have 1,000 years. We don't have time. I'm hardly your equal in weight, Shi, but I know that when there is no clear path to victory in sight, it is better to play in a straightforward manner than to attempt radical tricks without a plan. You think there's no victory in this game? That you would be content with doing all the right things in an honorable defeat? Never said that. Your plan will have no other outcome. What do you think we should do then? If you truly found a path, tell me, and I will come with you. Our chances would be better that way. Just tell me what the chances are. You can use me however you want. I would be happy to give my life. But do you really know what you're doing? Or has your obsession with victory blinded you to risks and consequences? Tell me. Say something. You consider it. Foxy slams his palm on his own table, or so he intended to, but he's had to adapt to his mortal vessel, and he misjudged both his strength and position. A deep crack appears on the Weiqi board that Wang always carries with him. Wang, eh? Impressive, brother. This human body you created for yourself can still split boulders. Listen to me. No, thank you. None of us could reach your heights, brother. You need not trouble yourself with our fates. Wang. Oh, hello, Ling. What are you doing here? Had a fight with our eldest brother, such as written all over your face. I get drunk by the roadside for a couple of hours, and the two of you already make me trouble. If you have anything to say to him, you can say it to him directly. Come now, there's no need for that. I know what you were fighting over. Sui. It's not the first time you fought over this. Can you not accept your differences? This is a matter of life or death. Life and death. It's not something that can be glossed over so easily. But you keep fighting even when the end comes. Run not from the words that need to be said. The longer you delay this, the greater the problem grows. Not today. Long. Now, come back. Wait, Chief Failure, can you not act your age? Playing the brat in front of your younger sister. Lang leads the way while Wang slowly follows behind. They see the eldest proxy still sitting by the pavilion. Dage, our biggest brother. Little Ling. I've told you, calling me Little Ling makes me feel like a child. Sorry, old habits die hard. So it would seem. Smashing things in your age. Are you the child here? I'll fetch some good wood and make a new one for you. Or would you prefer to keep this one? I can ask Nian or Yi to fix it when they're here. No need. I recall the days when I had freshly awoken, watching you two fight amongst yourselves time after time. I remember the candle holder asking me anxiously, how bad will it get when all your younger siblings are born? Please, give me an estimation so I can report to the court and get a disaster response plan set up. An idea, Dage. Let me speak to Wang alone. I will serve as your messenger this time in order that you need not break anything else. Very well. So about the Weiqi board. Just leave it, brother. I'll repair it myself. No need to trouble yourself. Alright? You are still angry. I'm not. You only address him as brother when you are angry. What were you arguing about? Tell me. Just as I thought. His way is the proper way, but it is slow. If it were to suddenly awaken one day, it would all be too late. As for you, if you want to argue with him, should you not at least come up with a plan of your own? He gave up his sword to prove our innocence, the sword that means so very much to him. Do you feel no gratitude? Are you perhaps seriously furious that he smashed your board? No, I'm just frustrated by his lack of urgency. We all seek a way. Dusk has even fewer ideas. Does she anger you too? No. Its awakening is accelerating. We are all anxious, and it is understandable that we might provoke the occasional quarrel with inadvertent words. But it will take centuries for it to awaken. Maintaining a cordial relationship with Yan is the more pressing matter. Or are you saying that I too lack urgency? Okay, well, I mean, she's drunk like 50% of the time, so yeah. That's not what I mean. You said we're all looking for a way. What are you looking for? 4 years of merit? And then it and I, we are all nothing but a dream. This is just the seed of an idea, and I know not how far I can go. But I hope to leave behind a dream. The impression that Dusk is a bum. Dusk has spent like the last couple hundred years locked away inside of one of her paintings. She is a shut-in. She doesn't go outside, bro. She doesn't touch grass, so yeah, she's a bit of a bum. Her and Yan are both kind of bums. But Yan is more a bum in the sense that she doesn't want to work and just kind of screws around all day. A dream that it cannot disturb even if it has fully awakened. We go to 5
Everyone,
and call it?
prepare for battle.
We're on 4 right now. What the fuck? What are you doing here, man? Huh?
I'm listening. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
For the marching.
Come, take your seat.
He's gonna get hit, isn't she? Thus leaving the dream. Like, actually, though, she doesn't have to do shit, bro. It's the ideal. Oh, that's gonna get hit. God damn it. Let's have it hold the center then.
I know what to do. Don't order me around. Don't keep me here to hide your fear. I know what to do. Don't order me around.
I got the order wrong, damn it. Oh, that works, that's fine. Can we kill this guy, or is he just standing there? Should upgrade this one first, actually. It's gonna die.
Has it come one word to address all beneath the heaven? One scope to spare none upon the earth.
No, I have a range. Can I have Dusk for my range? Holy shit. Alright, bro.
Picked out your bait yet? Better watch your step.
This battlefield would do well with a splash of ink.
Has it come to one word to address all beneath the heaven? One scope to spare none upon the earth.
Copy the infinite with the tangible.
Okay, so we can't hit this guy. Okay.
Tangible to life.
I don't know.
My speed discipline strengthens the will.
Truly, if the split halberd sinks in the sand, great aspirations unrecompensed.
Year 759. Right leg almost fully polished. Yeah, this guy's a Faramir, bro. Why is he playable? I can't believe the first thing I'm doing after reforming my vessel is to die for someone else's sake. It's time to go. Oh, it's you. No, you're it, but you're not it. You're... interesting. Very interesting indeed. How does it feel to see your old enemy split apart like this, and your old followers turned into an unruly rabble? What enemy? I simply had a dream that caused some delay. I managed to evade the great hunt before I awoke. It's not such a bad thing to die here after awakening. But you should not kill me here quietly. You should let me die before the enemy's army. Otherwise, maniacs will keep coming, trying to die in my name. It would be the last thing I want. Desperate people will resort to desperate measures. You are not necessarily the reason. I won't kill you. Quite the opposite, I can't let you die. You want to help me instead of killing me. Interesting. How do you intend to deal with the self-proclaimed Shanhai Zong? Though it is no more than a fragment, they have indeed inherited the old carpenter's arts. They are not entirely unassociated with me. I'll live if you leave. What do you mean? Yanni's army wants you, not them. It's trivial for you to leave. I'll help you if you encounter any obstacles. As for the Shanhai Zong, they'll last 2 more days, give or take. Ultimately, they will all die, taking a third of the Yanni's army with them. If you die for them here, they will become even more fervent and fight to the bitter end. If you leave, they will flee, and Yan's mission will be done, so they can recall their armies. This is the only way for you to stop the war. You are it. No, not quite. You are 10 times it in scheming and intrigue. I would be indebted to you. What do you wish from me in return? A piece in reserve that could perhaps come in useful. No great loss if it never comes into play. Now that makes me feel a little slighted, damn. I'll repay this debt, I promise. How do you intend to help me when you don't know what I'm trying to do? You would treat a Ferryman as a piece in reserve. What you're plotting must not involve mortal men. This is about yourself. Split apart, you said. How many pieces are there? 12. And I take it the only thing you care about is whether it is the 12 that is left or the 1. One word of advice. One tree does not make a forest. You are defying the laws of nature. You need all the help you can get. Ask your siblings if they thought of any alternatives. Beings like you are not meant to be measured by normal logic and reason. If you can find the solution, you will rid the world of a great threat. We will never be truly gone as long as my dream has not been fully worn away, as long as the 12 of us persist in my dream. Falsehood is reality, the great way unfettered, such is for all things. It sounds to me you intend to carry the heaviest yoke of them all. You want to drag the entire family into the instant before Sui awakes, then extend that instant into eternity in your waking dream. For what? How long do you think you will last? What if I drank all of the wine across all of the lands? I hope there is a less desperate way. We were never equals to it, despite desperate times call for desperate measures, do they not? I know, but I did not save Ju on a whim. Why do you bring this up again? Of course you have your reasons for doing things, but too often you cast your eyes too far and forget the things that are near. What do you mean? I was asked to do so. By whom? Oh. The old man's alive. He has avoided the Eye of Yan, as he does not have followers like the Shanhai Zong. He told me about Ju after I took him beyond Yanni's reach. Have you told our eldest brother? Not yet. You can be pretty astute when you need to be. I asked Ho about ideas for a way out after I helped him leave Yan. His words have given me thought. Perhaps I am not in its dream, perhaps it is in my dream. Interesting, that old man. I would love to drink with him if I got the chance. The unusual activity of Sui may indicate that something is disturbing it in its dream and accelerating its awakening. It's merely addressing the symptoms, but if I can enter its dream and see what the culprit is. Risky. Are you not concerned it may awaken? Does it really make a difference, whether it awakes in 70 years or 7 days? What if I offer not my help? I'll find a way. Might this way have something to do with me, such as stealing something from me? I will take that as a yeah. Give me your word, you will not do anything too foolish in this dream. If I violate my oath. Stop. There is no need for oaths between family. But please, do not break my heart. Yes. Now then, drink up. You may take the goblet with you. Just drink. What more do you need to dream? No ritual necessary. The elder proxy takes the cup and downs its contents. Oh. As vertigo overcomes him, he attempts to support his body with his arms. The stone table beneath his elbows had turned into a mountain boulder covered in moss. He has never seen such scenery, be it in the chaos or after he came into the mortal realm. He is it, but its dreams are too complex to be closely examined one by one. Where am I? Battlefield. Battlefield of void and emptiness. The proxy hears Faramut roar of Faramut. Humans swing their weapons at other humans. Humans swarm Faramut before they are suffocated, crushed, and devoured. He hears the faint trembling of Faramut as massive human weapons are locked and loaded. But he sees nothing. Invisible Faramuts walk across the ground. Vegetation disappears where they tread, revealing black and yellow soil. Invisible entities strike the mountains, cracking them and causing avalanches. But it remains still. It is in fear, angry, and pain, but it cannot fight back, cannot avoid it, not even let out a whimper. Is this its nightmare? After the 12 of us left, its dreams lost their visible image. Roxy takes a step back, but even the mountains are trembling in the nightmare. He can hardly keep himself upright. Just because you're in a dream doesn't mean you shouldn't watch your feet. Who's there? How did you get here? Chu wanted to come personally to help you, but his brain has a hard enough time dreaming for himself, much less entering another's dream. I'm more suited to these things. Lamentable, is it not, that Sui's dream has become so torn and broken? Fortune and misfortune are truly two sides of the same coin. You are in its nightmare, and you have drawn its lines, like it or not. Look. Ho points in the distance where heaven and earth melt into one. Suddenly a black silhouette emerges from nothingness. Barren look. Humanity, weapon. It all seems utterly unreal, like the picture books that some Yanese soldiers carry with them. Flip through the pages rapidly, and the picture begins to move, as though they have been subject to dust touch. I'll awaken it. Quite the opposite. A nightmare does not last long. Anyone trapped in a nightmare only seeks to wake up. The silhouette at least allows it to sleep a little longer. And what do you mean by fortune and misfortune being two sides of the same coin? Ho says nothing, but Wang sees it. At first the images are awkward and stiff, but soon they become smooth. Not much has changed except for a white shadow appearing within the black silhouette. What is that? All 12 of you took something from its dream. When it let you go, its old dream gradually blurred, and the new dream became empty. But what was left behind was not a void. It was a mirror waiting to reflect the first thing that enters its dream. That thing, that man, is you. What is this? You are seeing its nightmare, and now a reflection of you, the you who filled the void in its dream. You told me about the strange things that happened to your family a century ago. Now they have all come together, but in your image. This is its creation, its puppet, and the reflection of a reflection, which it is loath to face. It's time to go. Go. What else? Do you intend to kill it? If this is the shape of the void, then killing it might destroy whatever consciousness still retains in the dream. Your mind is sharp, but your words are terrifying. You would not kill Soya outside the dream. What makes you think you can kill it in the dream? I suppose you could try it if you are confident that you will be able to escape unscathed. I'm confident that I can take it down with me. You don't listen to what people say, do you? I suppose I'll have to fetch someone whom you care about. Wang. He wants to sacrifice his own life to kill Soya in this dream. Have you abandoned your word so soon, my second oldest brother? Such opportunity will not come again. That's quite enough. It's time to bring your brother out of the dream, girl, or we'll all be in danger. In this dream, this time, I glimpsed the dream of your slumber in my own reflection. You saw the reflection, and the price was to create an inexplicable foe for yourself in the centuries to come. Having to face this again, you must be filled with regret. What a terrible error. If I knew this reflection of yours could leave the dream and enter reality, I would not have left so easily. Where are you hiding? No matter, I will find you. Yes, it's time to go. Clearly unwilling to stay any longer, Ho waves his stick, and the three figures disappear. But neither he nor Ling realizes they have simply taken one of many Wei Chi's stones. The stone will shatter when they depart the dream, and Ho and Ling will not find the same hill when they attempt to return to the dream. Don't try to find me again. It's not worth it. Black aura suddenly surrounds the proxy. The next instant, he is leapt from the cliff into the formation of thingless things. At the horizon, the V-shaped silhouette seems to have been hit by something, letting out a wail that shakes the earth. The grey-white tide of humans, outlined by black lines, quickly swallows the Fahrenheit silhouette and rushes towards the proxy. In the distance, it looks like a thin line. Up close, the raging tide obscures the heavens. Black armor, plain robes, iron swords, pale bows. Danny's equipment from 1,000 years ago in black and white, like an uncolored draft surrounding the proxy. The first soldier charges at the proxy. The spear carrying the afterimage of arts rushes towards the proxy's throat. The proxy cleaves it in two. Bring it on. He shouts. The army in Sui's dream pauses for an instant. Then they rush towards him, like a river that his words had frozen for an instant. What's going on? Oh, it's this one now. Mr. Shou. Your Ling's candle holder. Where is she? As he speaks, a claw the size of a mountain is brought down upon Chul. Chul swings his fist, heaven and earth tremble. Its attack foiled, the Sui beast turns its attention to the other side, at the enormous weapon that's just been assembled, not even taking the time to lick its bleeding wounds. We can't stop it. Half the Imperial Guard have fallen, along with the yeoman troops that have been deployed to the Tomb of Sui. We have mobilized every soldier in the 4 cities around Baizhou. We can only hope before it destroys the next city. Where is Wang? Where is he? What use is there in looking for him? Ling took the others into a dream to protect them when Sui awoke. He led the army to fight Sui. Who else could have awakened it other than the Great Offender? The Offender. Okay. Ling, you should not be here, or has the dream already? Who could see a gold pair of cups? Come now. Ling's eyes are closed. The dream has yet to end. Even in the dream, however, she and the other siblings in it can feel its presence, so very near now. It has come to this. A fight to the death it is. Chuo is awake. He draws his sword, which has not yet tasted blood. In the dream, Ling points her lantern at the body of the bestial Sui. The bestial Sui turns around towards the beings born of itself. Yet just before everyone on the battlefield, every human and every beast could plunge into the coming slaughter, a bloody black figure appears behind the bestial Sui. Got you. You. Through dreams and dreams infinite, all of me and all of us are here. There is nowhere for you to go. You wouldn't dare. Kill me and you'll be destroyed as well, as will all your family. Wang does not answer. He lunges forward with the sword and impales the throat of his own reflection, which he has pursued through dreams far too numerous to count. Strange scenes from countless dreams gush from the wound. Mountains, Fahrenmut's armies, white dreams boil and roil between heaven and earth, and a white mist, fever-hot like fresh blood, wraps around the army and proxy outside the dreams, even the Fahrenmut. Only when the white figure falls to the ground do the others see that 2 bodies lie upon the ground, all life gone from them. One was Wang, the other was exactly like Wang, but not even death could wipe the malice from his face. No one knew who he was. Ling. As the 2 bodies fall, Ling and her siblings in the dream vanish into nothingness. Ling. The bestial Sea wails with the last proxy. They're still trying to daunt me with illusions. It will not succeed. Who could see a gulper of cups become now a sorrowful drunk? Ling would never say that, not even with the end upon us. How many of your stones sacrificed this time? Go on, count. You may think that I don't have many stones left, but how much is left of your memories? Not much. Perhaps you have forgotten something. Do you really think a few fragments, split from a mere 1/12, could possibly stand against me, the whole that was born alongside this entire land? Remember, your last failure was the same as this.
Take a breather and tally up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating here. We might be dead in a second or 2.
Alright, last note for the night. Twin Swallow Pincer. The player behind the curtain has picked up the stones and entered the game. Is it a friend fighting another against Sui together, or a foe with ulterior motives? Alright. Year 962. 200 years ago. This is as far as we can go, Your Imperial Majesty. You are the only one in all of Yan who may enter the room beyond this floor. It is but a door. There is no need to be so fearful. It conceals Yan's greatest secrets and its greatest asset, Your Imperial Majesty. Is that so? The 17-year-old Yi Trulong walks down the last few steps. He looks back at the 3 Grand Ministers behind him who are still bowing deeply. He frowns and pushes the door open. He has heard about what lies behind the door, the legends, stories of this ancient nation that have been passed down through the centuries. The earth's blessings have granted this stone to its people. The heaven's blessings shall bring an end to Sui. Some say that the prosperity of Yan comes from it, others say that Trulong's authority is merely borrowed from it. But no one has seen it with their own eyes in nearly a century. The ascending Trulong is filled with excitement, his fingertips trembling. Everything in the land of Yan shall obey him for the prosperity of Yan. So will one small crystal. He pushes the door open. As ambitious as he is, he could not help but stop before the massive space and blinding light. He's not the first... Oh, Yan has one of the first originiums. It is not the first originium itself, but man-made additions upon it, the limiters and guidance that generations after generations of Tianxi have placed upon it over the centuries. At the new capital of Baizhou, a tomb is built to hold the vessel of Sui, and the consciousness of Sui is suppressed by the power of calamity. Yet the Emperor was not at ease, and so he sought counsel from the Tianxi bureaus in hopes of keeping the peace for eternity hence. Then the Emperor discovered the means to harness the power of calamity, but it would take the lives of 100 Tianxi and 10,000 soldiers to form the blade and slay the beast. Even if complete success were achieved, Baizhou would not be spared. And the Emperor said, "It is shameful to bring harm to the people for one's own purposes. I shall give up myself, and my descendants shall do the same, and not demand the sacrifice of the people." The Chulong passed the next year, and by it the enchantment was complete. The Crown Prince grieved and named it Bulfang. Bulfang, no rebellion, sounds like no return, too. My ancestor sacrificed himself and made the reigning Chulong the subject of future human sacrifice. Henceforth the Chulongs that came after him gave their lives to harness the power of this originium. I would not have known it was so massive if I did not see it for myself. It is no more than a tiny crystal compared to all of Yan and Yan's future. Yan could have done much more with this object. How much energy have we spent on suppressing the sleeping beast? With such energy, how many armies could we have raised? How many machines could we have built? How could I tolerate such inaction? The Chulong lingers before the facility for a while. He's gotten used to the scorching light and even starts to feel boring. A smile comes to his face as he remembers the reverence on his 3 Grand Ministers' faces. How will he deride their timidity when he leaves the room without being rude? He recalls the rule that kept the ministers out for him to face the structure alone. A rule that inextricably links it to his life. He could not help but laugh. The Chulong's authority over all under heaven, tied to a tiny crystal like this. I am still inexperienced. I will be relying on the 3 of you for many things. It has been peaceful and prosperous for centuries. Why is it that there are still rebellions? Is there still land where the blessings of Yan do not touch, or seditious subjects who will not submit to imperial rule? Silence. I will decide myself then, as you do not answer. The blessings of Yan shall touch every corner, so that not a single person shall worry for food or shelter. The teachings for Yan shall reach every heart, so that not a single rebellious thought will enter the mind of a single man. We shall vanquish the northern traders and build the nomadic city of Baizhou. Both are the foremost priority, and neither shall be delayed. You shall summon the 6 ministries, discuss the specifics, and deliver a proposal by the end of the month. Dismissed. The trio on the other side of the curtain bow in assent and leave. A little later. You have arrived. It is an honor, Your Imperial Majesty. I've long heard of the 12 extraordinary talents of Yan, credited with no small number of achievements for the Empire. I've been curious for some time. I therefore perused the Sui Regulator's archives and found something rather interesting. He reports of triumph for suspicious activities. No name has been mentioned more often than yours, bro. But I see your visage is not as terrifying as the rumors claim. Why has Your Imperial Majesty summoned me? They call you the most cunning strategist in all Yan. How do you propose to resolve the 2 great obstacles we face? The Northern Rebellion is hardly a major threat. The rebels may be influential in their local area, but they are powerless to expand. Nevertheless, it would be inadvisable to allow them to consolidate their position. 50,000 soldiers and 6 months' worth of rations will be sufficient to defeat them. Your estimate is much more optimistic than the Ministry of War, but I have more reason to trust your judgment on this. What about the other matter? As for the modification of Baizhou into a nomadic city, I understand the Ministry of Works has validated the engineering principles. The only issues are funding, supplies, and the tomb of Sui beneath Baizhou. Yes, you understand the problem. It is for this that I have summoned you. How do you intend to eliminate Sui? If you are familiar with the scrolls of the Sui Regulator, you understand that we were the same and one as Sui, and our fates intermingled. Do you mean to ask how to kill us? It is only Sui that Yan is concerned about, and no other being. You understand, of course, the price that Yan paid for the hunt that occurred centuries ago. The price that must be paid if Yan is to force the issue is 7/10 of its armies, 1/10 of its population, and 50 years of unceasing unrest. If that is the case, Yan will be in no position to ensure the safety of the 12 of you. Roxy looks up and meets the gaze of the man behind the curtain. I am determined to cleanse Yan of this 1,000-year bane. I am not afraid to pay the price, any price. so evil will be destroyed. The tremendous energy that was used to suppress that beast shall be utilized to build 100 cities and 10,000 battleships, and usher in another 1,000 years of prosperity for Yan. I'd hoped there would be a place for the 12 of you and Yan's future prosperity on account of your past deeds. It is regrettable. If your decision to eliminate Sui comes from practical judgment rather than reckless pursuit of glory, I may have a way. Oh? The 12 of us were one and the same as Sui. We were destined to fade, whether it awakes or is destroyed. But it is possible that I could replace it. Sure are you? I will need time. The young man behind the curtain points at the courtyard outside. The ginkgo sapling was planted in the spring of this year. The Ministry of Works swore an oath in his hall several days ago that rebuilding of Baijiao into a nomadic city will be complete before the tree bears fruit. 20 years, that is the time you have. That is too little time. I'm not here to bargain. Mortality has made you arrogant. Perhaps you have forgotten that mortals do not have many 20 years. And cannot wait, and neither can I. You're the new candle holder. So much time has passed in the blink of an eye. As the previous candle holder. Who's this now? She retired last month and asked me to tell you not to worry. I'll take over your communications with the Sui regulator from now on. Oh, you'll have your hands full. Most candle holders have to worry about tracking down my free-roaming siblings. As for mine, they have to sit in this office all day handling books and scrolls. They are more like secretaries than candle holders. I enjoy reading and writing. This is right up my alley. Perfect. What's your name? I'm Chun. Chun. For the ancient tree that shares your name, 8,000 years is a spring and 8,000 years is an autumn. Was the one who named you remarkably ambitious or remarkably cautious? You are... Who is this? Bro, why do they give the NPCs the best fucking designs? An elf. Oh, she's an elf? What the hell? Why is she outside, bro? Judging from your appearance, you're an elf or a Yan? The bestial Yan and its elves are well versed in the way of yin and yang and the 5 elements. The element associated with spring is wood, and the character of a Chun combines both wood and spring, representing vitality and longevity. I see. Wait. Okay, so it's... Okay, so the elves are birthed from a Fahrenheit, right? Okay, so the elves in this game... So basically, one of the Fahrenheits decided that it wanted to create followers, essentially, and made elves from the fucking soil or water, I believe. So they exist. The problem is that they are extremely susceptible to Originium, so the one elf besides her that we have has to be like kept in basically a sterile lab all the time, otherwise she might just fucking die. So the fact that this one's just kind of wandering around is surprising. My mother told me about it when I was young. I didn't expect anyone else to know. Stuff like this is what history is about. It's your first day. I won't put you to too much hard work. Just familiarize yourself with the space. You can look at any books and documents in the study. Also, there's very few elves left at this point. Before this event, I assume the one we had was one of the last ones. Though this is like 300 years ago, so yeah, she might still be one of the last ones. The candle holder carefully scans the room. She could not conceal her eagerness as she sees scrolls and books that fill the wall shelves. Did you write all these? No, I simply collect the materials. The historians of the Imperial Historical Cabinet are the ones who actually write the books. After all, is writing history a difficult task? It's a heavy responsibility. History books form people's perceptions of the past, but a few words are hardly enough to give them a complete view. Choices must be made as to which parts to record for posterity, what sorts of lessons those who come after should learn. It's easy to say write with an impartial pen, but it is the most profound and complex discipline. What if there is a mistake in the history books? It should be corrected. History is inevitably warped by the position of the narrator, no matter how impartial the writer attempts to be. I see a few more problems because I've lived longer than most and remember more than most. It's true that your kind, the proxies, are different from other long-lived. Before I joined, I heard that each of you had your own powers. Do you use your powers to correct the errors in the history books? I heard you have a magical writing knife. Do you use it to correct those errors? It can, but this is not how it should be used. Huh? Mistakes take root in people's hearts as they are passed down from one generation to another. The proper way to fight them is to form a new consensus through debate and clarification, not to simply erase it. Erasing a wrong word from one's own writing is not a significant issue, for it only concerns oneself. To do it to a published book would be to meddle with the memories of thousands. As for history, setting aside the question of how much I can alter, it will not be a good thing for myself and for Jan. Frankly, it's already a chore to ensure that history is not altered. I hardly have the energy to alter it myself. Seems like there's something you would like to change with the knife yourself. Before my mother passed away, she said I may be the last of the Jan elves. Yeah, there you go. She wanted me to find a home. I wandered for many years. I tried many ways to blend in, but I always failed. Jan does not want to accept you because the Jan elves were depicted in the Great Hunt as fickle and disloyal. But I know that's not true. The bestial Jan stood against Jan simply to survive. That cannot be denied. The elves, though, how's the Unkwang Poles? I got him in 80 along with Chen and Nasty, so it was pretty good actually. Way better than my fucking Enfield Poles, that's for sure. The elves, though, had only wanted to mediate the conflict. They became the enemy of both sides. Ultimately, most were killed in battle, their deeds lost time. So you wanted to alter this history. I don't deny that I thought about it, but I'm your candle holder now, and my work comes before all else. Bit rough. Oh no, how are your poles? I can't lend you the writing knife, nor can I allow you to use it to alter history. I understand, I shouldn't have. But if we can find proof that the elves were in fact not disloyal, I will do all that I can to help you correct the erroneous record in the proper manner. Huh? Things haven't been too busy lately. We could visit the area where you used to live. What do you think? I've only just come. Besides, the things I said aren't necessarily true. I can tell that your passion for words and history is genuine. Besides, who will believe you if the historian does not? Yes, yes. This is the key to my office. You're my candle holder now. Take good care of it. You get in if you give me the key. Why should the master of the house need a key? Alright, so Jia is going to be playable, and then the little candle holder is going to be the other unit that comes in the banner with her. Trust, bro. 27th got Chen Alder too. Okay, 27th, well, that's not bad. And did you get Wong, though? That's the question. The court building has only just been completed. Why? Or it will not be torn down, or Tumata and Shi will transplant the Judicial Review Office to the nomadic plate undamaged. 3 pulls after. See, okay, that's pretty good. Okay. So you're the 30 you have 2 6 hours, that's really good actually. But the question is, how far did you have to go? But wouldn't it have been so much cheaper to build it directly on the nomadic plate? I hear the Imperial Court is putting everything behind this nomadic city. I'm sure our cooperation will be very important. Get to the point. What do you want? A rosewood chair, ebony table, cool plates, and Danyan lamps. None of them were inexpensive. Here are the receipts from when I ordered my things, if there's any damage. Fine, you'll be reimbursed accordingly. Yes, the prisoners have been transferred. The previous instructions were from the Judicial Review Office, while the new ones are from the Ministry of Justice. Oh, but Dusk is fine. I have 2 sweet siblings at the moment, you and Dusk. I think if you can afford it, you probably should go for Wong just because of how stupidly strong he is. Even if you're not going for the sweet collection, he's just a really strong unit. That's assuming you have the resources to pull, because the next couple updates are going to be absolute hell on polls. I'm not going to lie, because you got the next anniversary is going to be Chapter 17, and then after that it's the Monster Hunter collab, which, bro. I understand, but what am I supposed to conjure the prisoners out of thin air? You don't care. The burden-based carriages have arrived in minutes. Just E2 my AFL, I'll turn 16 my EU. God damn, bro. I have no resources. It's taking me forever. I can't even level 1 because I don't have chips for him. It's annoying as hell. And the node hasn't been up for 2 days, so hopefully it's up tomorrow. Minister, please excuse the poor hospitality. I did not know you were visiting. I've never seen you in the Skymere Pavilion. I take it you have important business. There's much time, Miss Jia. I'll get straight to the point. There's an error in this year's archives that I would like to ask you to correct. Mistake in the documents I audited. Pray tell. Documents submitted by the Ministry of Work say there were around 100 deaths associated with the Qi Dao project at Danyan this year. Why did the number become 3,000? The figure of 3,000 deaths was not cited from a single document, but calculated based on documents from the Ministry of Works, the Ministry of Revenue, and local government departments. Records are carefully sourced. I have kept a copy, should you wish to review them. Well, it's not my place to question the work of the Ministry of Works. I have no idea why the 3,000 deaths in Danyan's local records became just 100 when it reached Baizhou. You must submit sufficient evidence, however, should you wish to question the documents audited by the Sky Mirror Pavilion. Well, Danyan is not so well staffed as Baizhou, and there are only limited resources available for record keeping. Besides, the cold climate there causes disease and frostbite in winter. Perhaps not all of the 3,000 died in the course of constructing the Qidao. I see. You wish for me to alter the documents to make the Ministry of Works look better before the cabinet. It's not about the cabinet, it's about Yan. You know about all the projects being carried out across Yan. They push the nation's resources to the limit, but there's no doubt these projects will benefit the nation and its people. I'm not the only one who feels that such depressing figures will weaken the people's morale. I don't deny the benefit of these measures, but precisely because of that, the 3,000 people who died to build the Qidao gave their lives for their country. It would be an insult to their memory to reduce it to 100. Unless you can prove there's been an error, any text that I have reviewed must not be altered. Anyone else who has a complaint can bring it to me directly. The nation must be united in the monumental task of building the nomadic city. Everyone at the court is doing their best, and each faces their own challenges. Yet the writings of the Imperial Historical Cabinet and the Sky Mirror Pavilion have been most aggressive and deprecating. It is as though you wish for the work on the nomadic city to stop immediately. Is it the writer who has something to hide, or the reader? How dare you? The Imperial Court has compensated the next of kin in full. Not a single coin has been withheld. I've noted this in the documents that I approved. The care that the Imperial Court has shown towards those injured and killed, as well as their families, illustrates Yan's love towards its people. Why do you cling to a single number like this? I understand your concern for Yan, Minister, but I will worry that the people will only see the glory of the accomplishments and not the people whose sacrifices made it possible. All I can do is ensure that the history I see is recorded exactly as it is. And you think you alone can decide the history of Yan? History has never been decided by one person. It is the combined soundless voices of millions. You are a learned man in a position to improve the lives of thousands upon thousands, Minister. I simply leave behind some words for the people whose voices will never be heard. Now ask your conscience and answer again for those people. How many died building Danyan's Qidao this year? Was it 100 or 3,000? Irritably. Oh, look, it's June. The Ministry of Works just stormed off in a huff. Is it because of Danyan? Is this why you have come, sister? I can't imagine how they managed to convince you to lobby on their behalf. Am I actually dreaming while the one in the tomb of Sui has awakened? Are you so sarcastic to everyone these days? I can tell you that the Sui regulator and the Ministry of Justice have approved your request to clear the Yan Elf's name. I'm sorry, I was in a bad mood. Apologies accepted. Patience to me would use it right now on this guy after all. Yeah, bro needs to learn to step the fuck back. Holy shit, who does he think he's talking to? It's the first good news I've heard in days. It'll make Chun less gloomy, I hope. It's not good to be fighting with the Sui regulator, but I doubt they would be happy to see you get too friendly with your candle holder. I understand, but she's really taken to her work, helping me compile the histories. She clearly likes it. I have a feeling she didn't become a candle holder because she wanted to, but because she was alone and didn't have a choice but to take the hand that was offered. Well, the wrong has been righted. That's always a good thing. Of course, I think part of their intention is to get you to compromise on changing the documents. I simply came to discuss matters, because this matter has gotten to the 3 Grand Ministers in the Trulong. I'm not lobbying on anybody's behalf. Just treat it as the guy in the tomb of Sui throwing a tantrum. It's the guy in the tomb, yeah. You're the only one in the family who jokes about this. Ling has honeyed words, and you speak with heaven's authority. I'll settle for the frivolous tongue then. It's true that the officials of the court are facing a dilemma in this matter. The figure of 3,000 will cast a shadow upon the nomadic city project, and the implications it may have for Yan are unknown. Did you tolerate the falsification of records while you were still administering justice? Falsifying records is a crime, of course. However, if the perpetrator did not do it out of selfish interest, I will consider extenuating circumstances when determining the punishment. I'm surprised to hear that. We each have our own specializations. I don't work in history, and you don't work in law. Perhaps that is how matters of law work, but not in history. I wanted to study history and language because I want to learn what the human mind is truly like. Wait, note around, this is note 5. It's going to be the last one for the night, because we're about halfway through. We'll finish it up tomorrow. The answer to my questions may lie in the attention behind the words and truth behind history. Not for Yan, nor for the land, nor even not even for our family, only my own questions. Oh, there she is. Jia. Chun, what are you doing here? I wasn't ready to tell you. Tell me what? Never mind, what's the hurry? I decided to get the dress you as you asked, but I discovered signs of an intrusion. The writing knife on the desk has gone broke. Swallow piercer.
A smith's gotta be ready to pay the debts accrued by the
I've been
weapons
staring at
she
the writing knife for
forges.
quite some time. Sorry, this writing knife. A tool for erasing words, not at all difficult to use. Save the glyph within. Step on whipping in time. The writing knife cannot be used. Okay. Oh, well, there we go. Just the glyph's positions and reason within reason.
Picked out your bait yet?
I didn't tell you what the effect is, that's great.
When were the seeds of this tragedy planted?
For the marching, a war song. For the fallen, a lament. Moving out! Sim! This is chance.
I know what to do. You can't hide your fear.
Oh.
Don't keep me
Fuck.
waiting. Roar.
Oh,
Ow,
let's
god
just get
damn,
this
1
done
week,
with.
2 weeks. I wasn't paying attention to how many there were.
Slipped
Shit.
on a stroke? Start over.
Yes, ma'am. Bro, I was not paying attention to how many were actually moving. Schmoving. Let's try that again.
Everyone, prepare for battle.
Can skip this part.
When were the seeds of this tragedy planted?
Picked out your bait yet? Better watch your step.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Has it come to my turn?
Don't keep me waiting.
Let's just get this done with.
I'm using our to on this.
A knife? Why do I gotta waste my precious time on the likes of you third-rate amateurs? If you're really branch and bone bear weeds, mounds and ruins bloom fields. My spirit benevolent shall save lives. When 'tis a choice of life
God damn
and
it.
death, why shouldst thou lay down thy arms?
I'm listening. Nothing can mask the scent of despair.
This fucking guy's here again. God damn it.
Would any of you like to be my paint?
Don't keep your corpse into shadow. No one will find it. I know what to do. You can't hide your fear. Don't keep me waiting.
If you're really
This
incapable
fucking
of
thing.
settling
Oh,
this,
okay,
then
shit.
let me handle it.
Sleeps.
Not even a stirring of grass will go overlooked. Chaos
damn it.
abounds. Tugging a single thread can pull the entire net.
Better leave the copy the infinite with the tangible. Bring the intangible to life.
That teleportation one is really fucking annoying, bro. Tier 965. I see. Don't tell anyone else. Be extremely careful. I need you to do something for me. The Judicial Review Office has begun to investigate everyone who was near the Sky Mirror Pavilion around the time that the writing knife was stolen. Outside of our siblings, you could count the number of people who know about the existence of the knife with one hand. That's just as I feared. I won't stand aside and do nothing if someone tries to harm you, Jia. I doubt someone trying to harm me would use such means. It feels more like a warning. His Imperial Majesty is an energetic ruler. He wanted every person in the land to bow to him. He would recognize our family as not being of his kind. But I do not believe he would stoop so low as to use a knife in underhanded ways. It's not fair. If there's anyone who should be above suspicion, it would be you. You know how hard the words fair and just are to write? It's just as our oldest brother says, there's no point in arguing when it's 1,000 mouths against one. I doubt he would just let this slide if he was here. I wouldn't like to see him when he's angry. What is your plan? You won't tell Wang about it. It's times like these that he's most useful. Jia shakes her head. That was what I was about to ask you. Please keep this a secret from Wang. People have feared and avoided him for many years. His position has grown even more precarious under the new emperor. This is not the time to drag him into this. Besides, I fear he will do something irrational if he finds out. Alright, I'll listen to you. But I hope you can be honest with me, Jia. Are you absolutely sure that you and Wang are not plotting something? Come on, don't interrogate me like this, sister. I guess no one can lie to you successfully. I knew it. If you understand that it's a dangerous power you wield. I know the risks, but I'm not the only one who has to shoulder them. Shuo, Wang, Ling, and you've done so much for us, the younger ones. I have to do my part. Besides, I don't want these names that I put so much thought into to fade away in history. Jin continues to frown. Jia takes her sister's hands in hers. They are rough from all the years of playing instruments, but it is a comfortable feeling. Comfortable. I'm here, I'm alright. Don't worry. No, I had a dream about our future. It's a different future from the fields of white that Shu spoke of. I saw all of you truly live as yourselves. The vision was so real, it didn't seem like a dream. I even have a feeling that's more than just a dream. Get the fucking garden again. It's good to see you, Miss Yan. Hey, Roundhead, you're the ones who are revising the work. What about the foreman? Where's he slacking off? You must understand, my master has been very busy with city design ever since he received news of Baijiao's modification. He's gone an entire month without sleep at his busiest. That slowpoke picks himself up once in a while, eh? He calls Yan's first ever nomadic city a project of monumental significance. Every detail of the city must be carefully considered. Therefore, he must complete it before you have a chance to do something to his design. But I'd already talked behind my back like this when I always share the good stuff with him. Where is he? I'll bite his head off for this. Sleeping. He slept for 10 days now, but he's supposed to deliver the draft of the gates to the Ministry of Works today. He told me that I'm to stop the Ministry's people from getting in no matter what. Well, that's the Yi I know. Is there something else? You said Yi's sleeping. I remember that he picked up a meteorite a few decades ago. It's still in his garden, isn't it? Where? Miss Dan, I have my master's instructions. I'm not to allow anyone into the Garden of Grotesqueries, whether it is you or anyone from the Ministry of Works. Why are you so loyal to him? Say, wasn't it I who gave him the materials to build your body? You should obey my orders. Now shut up and get out of my way. Please, Miss Dan, you make my position most difficult. Mr. Liang, Miss Dan, the Assistant Minister requests your urgent presence at the Forbidden City. Urgent? How much? The Baijiao project has encountered a snag. A shipment of materials, or iron and originium and the like, which Baijiao urgently needs, has been delayed. It has brought construction to a grinding halt. What the geezer is the Ministry of Works doing? What is going on? I demand an explanation. The construction of Baijiao is the most important thing in the land. How could this be allowed to happen? The Qidao around the capital is well maintained. How could it collapse when no catastrophe has occurred? And how could there be bandits so close to the capital? I say these incidents are highly suspicious, sir. The sudden collapse and the supplies that disappeared without reason, then showed up just as suddenly where they should not. There's indeed someone behind all this, and their objective must be to sow confusion. Rumors have been spreading in the city. Many workers believe that Bai Zhao picked a time of ill fortune to begin construction. Someone is sowing confusion. Who? Sir, the Minister of Rights requests a meeting. What is Rights doing here at a time like this? Did they come to laugh at us? Reporting, sir. The Minister of Rights said that although the Ministry of Works has been quite busy of late, this trouble involves more than just the Ministry of Works. Oh shit, look, it's Enfield. There you are, Chun. You know why I have summoned you. I suppose it's because of the writing knife. Yes. How do you propose to solve this dilemma? Perhaps you could put in a few good words for her and return it to its owner. Go on. The numbers of the problem, it's as simple a matter as going over her head to alter them. This should not be necessary. Oh, interesting. Her previous candleholder retired after being accused of growing too close to her proxy. She has a knack for winning people over, doesn't she? I mean, all the proxies have their own eccentricities, but they have never plotted against Yan. Indeed, we can tolerate the eccentricities of others as long as they do not seek to harm Yan. You must understand what you are dealing with and what her powers mean to Yan. The supervisor tosses the unsubmitted document towards Chun and hands her a writing brush dipped in ink. Try, if you need to go over the head of the proxy, change the numbers to what you want them to be. Your Imperial Majesty, the Ministry of Rights and Works have completed the investigation into the lost supplies for the Bai Zhao project. The investigators unanimously agree that it was most likely an intentional act and that there was someone behind it. The supplies have arrived at Bai Zhao. The Ministry of Works will do its best to make up for lost progress. What are you hiding? You suspect there is someone behind it. You must have a suspect. Nervous official dares not look straight at the figure behind the curtain. Out of the corner of the eye, he glimpses his majestic lord standing before his desk writing something. A well-timed declaration of war. Two, in fact. One telling me that she is the sole mouth of Yan, while the other demonstrating that he can easily disrupt Yan's greatest project, that the continuation of the project depends on his approval. She is the sole mouth of Yan. Will there come a day when they could make Yan's armies turn on themselves if they wanted? Oh, wait. Okay, it's the proxies. It's a most serious matter, Your Majesty. If the proxies are indeed stirring trouble, the sweet regulator should act immediately and punish them severely. There's no need to be hasty. The figure behind the curtain thinks for a moment, then puts down his writing brush. I know the craft of calligraphy must be honed over a long period, but I have not seen the efforts bear fruit. Still, I understand now why the Grand Preceptor wanted me to spend so much time on it. One must be in control of oneself. The young Chulong gazes upon the ink on the paper, and he seems dissatisfied and frowns. Jin Ye Ming Yue Ren Jin Wang. The moon's one gloam drew every eye. He picks up the writing knife and uses it to scrape away the conspicuous character of Wang. In an instant, the patch of paper is white as new again. He's clever, unlike his pedantic sister. He knew to let the supplies arrive at Bai Zhao eventually, making a show of good faith. He wished to protest on behalf of his sister. I'll humor his brotherly love. They can record the figures as they like. As for this writing knife, I'd consider doing something with it, but never mind, return it. Gee, the sweet regulator has recovered your item. Thank you. I'm so sorry, Jia. I apologize. You found the thing that I lost. That which was lost has been restored. All is well. I was negligent in my duty. There was something I've always wanted to ask you, Jia. You said you didn't want to use a writing knife to alter history, not even to change clerical errors. Why have you kept the knife around? Did you forget that you already asked this question when you were 3 months on the job? You complained when I didn't allow you to use a writing knife to correct errors. That's so. I don't really remember. Have you forgotten about your original aspiration, not that the erroneous description of Yan elves has been addressed? No, It's true that one should not pursue what lies in the past, but just as you and I have demonstrated, it does not mean that we should ignore the errors of the past, never mind trying to whitewash them. I have kept the knife so that people remember that wrongs can always be righted. Understand? Nothing can be changed. Tearing the pages out, writing over the words, they all do nothing because the page is instantly restored to its original state. How could this be? How could this be? This is her power. She was not so difficult 100 years ago when it was proposed that she should leave the Imperial Historical Cabinet and refrain from writing the histories directly. She did not complain and indeed transferred to the Skymere Pavilion of her own accord to work on reviews. She also reduced the number of courses she taught at the Academy, mostly working in an advisory capacity, similar to how June operates. But her photographic memory, enthusiasm for history, and her immortality were too much of a temptation to historians. It became their habit to seek the approval of the one who was never wrong, and she's happy to take on the work, reviewing the documents and histories. Today, nothing that passes through her hands can be altered without her approval. As for the writing knife that occupies so much of your mind, it was once an ordinary tool when Jia first picked it up. After spending centuries by Jia's side, it became capable of altering text without having to carve out bamboo. 2 centuries later, the writing knife accidentally erased a page of the veritable records of a true long. Few, if any, ever perused those pages, and all who knew the subject were gone, and so when a careless historian's hand slipped, no one could recall what the page held anymore. One reason was that no copies were made of the veritable records, but it is also true that Jia's powers are growing. If the sweet regulator or Jia herself chooses to erase a word, a sentence, or perhaps a memory from under heaven with it, it is well within the realm of possibility. The knife represents only a fragment of Jia's powers. How fast are her own powers growing? The deeper Yan's history grows, the harder it will become to rein her in, for she is one with history. In another century or 10, if she continues to immerse herself in history, she will become more powerful, more terrible, even than the bestial Sui itself. The long-lived candle holder stands dumbfounded, hardly able to comprehend what she has just heard. That's all. I will return to the Skymere Pavilion. Very well, be careful. You alright? Fine. Did you? Silence. They have grown used to this tacit understanding between them in the long centuries that they have spent together. Jia clearly sees the emotion in his eyes. Flames of fury, well hidden, but burning nonetheless. It happened a century ago. I still remember the conflict that occurred because of the writing knife. What is it that you want me to see this time? I thought you would charge recklessly into the dream and tear it apart. You call yourself a schemer. Did you not see how the seeds of your end were already sown? The hearts of men are fickle. I don't need you to tell me. So you don't interfere in my power struggle against the true long. Doesn't matter what you know. You dug your own grave. I do not need to do anything. Besides, you have not seen the full picture of how the event led to her ultimate demise. The end is near. Are you ready?
I hope the masses will remember these scenes on the silver screen, even after many years have passed.
Oh, okay. That's a good one. Good place to stop. We're gonna continue this tomorrow. But it is almost 8 AM here, so I need to go to bed. Yeah. I'm still surprised we get this fucking guy as playable, considering what he is.
It is my pleasure to finally meet you. I am Zhu, a craftsman. We have met before? Perhaps you have met with my creations. Or perhaps it is simply two lovers of truth recognizing one another.
He only made him a 5-star too. That's crazy, bro. Alright. I'm going to bed. Thank you guys for coming in. 6 more nodes. Oh, is it 6 more? Wait. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 2 story nodes. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yes, correct. Alright, I'm going to go to bed. I will see you all in the next one, which is going to be tomorrow. I'll have the usual thing up, and we'll do concert on day after. Okay. Bye-bye.